Welcome back, everyone. We are starting up game number 12, so we'll be jumping straight back in. Do a quick recap. So last game, we had the group picking up at the Hallowed Light, where you were kind of told to go and seek out a first-generation vampire by the name of Lord Crane, and you kind of were assigned this acolyte called Thera, who accompanied you, and you journeyed over there to the city of Archlink, where this vampire resided. You were told that he'd been seemingly attacked by some of the civilians of the city, and you kind of encountered this nobleman who was pleading for the release of his son from this vampire. He believed that his son was being held captive. But you all journeyed over to Archlink. You met up with this Lord Crane, and you kind of debated with him about his kind of questionable actions with this attack, but seemingly telling you the truth, and under high scrutiny, you decided that he was, trustworthy to some degree, and you met with this captured nobleman. This young nobleman that was in the dungeon of Lord Crane, and minor injuries, but very scared and quite pompous in his own right. You all kind of bartered for his life for Crane to spare him. You managed to convince Crane that he should be released with the help of Thera, and you released him back into the city guard. And the mob that was gathering outside of this mansion that were kind of demanding justice in some form. After you returned to Lord Crane, you witnessed a blood ritual, a ritual that would bind Thera to Lord Crane as his vampiric familiar. And as you all witnessed this blood ritual occur, a brand type rune of blood was placed onto Thera's chest and Crane's chest, and we left off as Saria recognized this glyph, this rune, as the same one that is branded on her own chest. And yeah, we'll jump straight back in there. Just to mention as well, Kai, you did sneak off right as this ritual was kind of occurring. So feel free to move your token a little bit wherever you want to go, but don't go too far, and I'll jump to you when we're ready to see what you get up to. But yeah, as Crane and Thera kind of release, and you all see the glyph, Saria, your mind spirals a little bit, and then suddenly you watch as Crane just grabs Thera and bites into her neck, drinks very, viciously out of her throat. Her eyes kind of lull back and she goes slightly limp as he places her down carefully onto the nearby chair and releases her. You watch as that glyph on her chest and his glows brightly and then simmers down to a very stable coloration. And Crane looks up at you all and says, and so it is done. What is wrong, Saria? You look a little flustered. Are you okay?
That mark. What is it?
It is the mark of a vampiric familiar. Why do you ask?
I ask. How? And she'll turn to what's her name?
Thera.
Thera, and go. This mark. This is the thing that has to be swapped out every 10 years.
She kind of slowly kind of leans forward, seemingly a little taxed from the ritual and the bite that she just suffered. But she seems okay. She puts a hand to her throat and just uses a healing word under her breath as the wound kind of seals over slightly. You still see the 2 puncture marks.
I'll use a cure wounds on her too.
Yeah, thank you. She kind of gives you a nod and says, "Thank you very much," and takes to her feet. She says, "Oh, sorry. What was the question, Saria? It was
I was at this mark. This is what
yeah,
you came here to. That needs to be switched out every
yeah,
10 years.
yeah." She says, "Yes, it is. We got here just in time before, well, more severe effects would have taken hold on Mulder."
So, she strokes her forehead for a second as she goes, "If I know somebody who's had that mark without it being switched for, let's say, 60 years,
Her eyes kind of open a little wider. She looks a little confused, but she says, "Well, it's possible, but it won't be good for them. I'd be surprised if they're still living, honestly, but..." If you ever remove, if they're still living and you were to remove the mark, they would no doubt become a vampire spawn. There's always a small chance that they fully turn. Greater
even if
the longer that the mark remains, but there's no guarantee that they will.
said person's not bitten the person who shares the mark with them."
They wouldn't have the mark of the familiar without being bitten.
Sarah scratches at her forehead now, just thinking. I wouldn't have the mark if they weren't bitten. She starts pacing the room now.
You watch as Lord Crane kind of looks around and says, "Where is your friend? Kai?"
Sarah's just like, starts to talk to him, and then it's just like thinking.
He's more talking to Jade and Vargas.
Scott, could I just pause for just one moment? I think there's 2 copies of me. I can see myself on the stream in the room, and I can see, but for me, I'm over on the right-hand side behind like a locked door.
Oh, go ahead and just delete your token and then pull it back out for me.
Oh, I can't.
Okay, I'll pull it out for you then.
Sorry, I know I can probably pull it back out, but I can't delete the token that's over there. Yeah. So there's a token just apparently like 2 rooms over near the courtyard on the right.
Double check.
Maybe it's just there for me. I don't know. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Yeah,
interrupt.
I think it's just there for you. You might have to refresh if you really want to get rid of it.
It's fine.
But you should be all right. But yeah,
You're duplicating.
Crane just asks Jade and Vargas where Kai is.
As he said earlier, he wasn't really feeling too good after that conversation. I think he's just taking a minute.
I have no idea. I've not seen him.
Would you do me a favor, Jade? Would you go and find your friend?
Of course.
Please make sure that he is not wandering where he should not be. I trust you.
Okay. I'll go take a look. You're okay, right, Saria?
Sarah just, yes, I'm...
Jade gives you
Alright.
a quick hug.
Yeah, Sarah is, just wraps her arm around you for a second, but is more absent-mindedly, as thoughts are, like, flooding for her head right now.
As I walk by Vargas, Jade says into his ear, "Keep an eye out on her for me, okay? I don't think she's feeling great."
All right, I will do.
then I will go look for Kai.
Yeah, and as you walk by, Gobber will accompany you as well.
Yeah.
But just before you
Adventure
leave,
time!
yeah, he's like, hey, let's go. We'll find him. What was with all that fucking blood and biting? Ugh. But,
They're vampires. Duh.
He looks pretty scared as well, just in general. He's very cautious on his toes as he walks with you. But as all this is happening, what's Kai been doing?
Kai wanted to, as quickly as possible, take the moment to quietly head back down to the basement, if he can.
Okay, sure, yeah. Go ahead and just head to the stairway.
So
This
here, right?
this door would be now locked. If you, as you get to it, you try and open it and it's locked.
Yeah.
This door right here. So you can try and pick it if you like.
I'd like to check the door first and just, with my thieves tools, just see if there's any extra mechanisms within the lock that could cause
Yeah.
alarm, maybe just something unusual.
Yeah, give me an investigation check. Yeah, it seems like a totally normal lock. It's not even that difficult to pick, from what you can tell. No traps or anything. No fireball going off like last time.
the moment with that chest has definitely shook Kai a little bit. He's gonna be very cautious going forward.
Let's go. No more fireballs unless we back up.
Character growth.
Is he going to be cautious when he moves backwards too?
Wow.
Oh. Yeah, you fiddle with the lock. You can't quite get it. At least not for the moment. Which direction are you moving, Jade?
I would like to make a survival check to see if I can find out where he's gone.
Yeah, go for it.
Can I make a stealth check to see how well I hid my tracks?
Would you have been
25.
hiding your tracks realistically?
I would have tried to buy myself, and I'll let you decide this as a DM. I want to take the opportunity to get out of there and try and give myself as much time as possible. So
yeah, I think Kai's.
I feel like I'd probably be more focused on being quiet than hiding tracks, I suppose.
Yeah, that's what I think as well. And I think Kai's like skill set is much more into just not being seen and heard than it is covering for where he's been, just for the moment anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, with a 25, you do notice that you can see fresh footprints moving through this door.
I will start moving that direction.
This way, yeah. As for where he went next, it's best guess whether he went upstairs or past. So you'd have to make a guess.
Are you here?
You do hear him, Kai. You do hear Jade. Sorry, Kai. You can make another try if you wish.
Yeah, I would like to try and get through this door.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
You shift invisible with your.
Yeah, I'm going to activate my void cloak, and I'm going to try keep that up as much as possible. I understand doing things is going to cause me to flicker in and out, but.
Yeah.
I'm going to try again with my thieves tools. Sorry, I lost my tools down here. This door.
Okay. Yeah. With a 14, you hear the lock click and, unlocks. You open up the door.
As I push into the room, is there... like on some locks, there's like a key on one side and then there's like just a thing you turn on the other? Is it like a key on both sides?
No. There is... This requires an actual key. regardless
Okay.
of which side you are. But you can shut it and try and lock it again with your tools.
I'm not gonna lock it. I'm just gonna close it over then and continue heading down if I can.
Yeah, go ahead. You should be able to just step into it, I think.
Oh. Yeah. And it is very dark.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm immediately gonna. Well, actually, as I'm walking through here, I'm gonna be again very cautious. I'm gonna be checking my entire surroundings. So I'm gonna take a lot of extra time to move through the space just to make sure I'm not triggering anything.
Sure, yeah. Nothing seems to be here at the minute. Where are you going? You moving to this second door, or?
Yeah, I'm going to move down towards the end of the hall. I do vaguely remember him sending his dogs out, so I am also going to, if I can, I'm going to try and be perceptive and hear.
Yeah.
Any other disturbances other than, I guess, what's going on upstairs.
Yeah. The most you can tell right now is that the wolves are on the main level. You know, it's unlikely that they're down here.
Okay.
And you know that there are rats down here that he seemed to have some control over, so you might want to keep an eye out for them. But there's no sign of those where you are now.
And again, if possible, I would like to be invisible with my void cloak.
Yeah. It's gonna run out probably pretty soon. Your voice will. So. Okay. Yeah.
I guess it would probably be like Jade's turn now, right?
Yeah. So Jade, you, where do you want to go? You heading past the stairs?
I'm going to make an intelligence check.
Sure.
If it's below a 15, I will go upstairs. If it's a 15, I'm gonna head to this corner. That would be Jade's first thoughts.
Yeah.
To give myself guidance for this. Oof, that's a high. Okay. So Jade's gonna go outside through the dead garden and be sad for a second. Oh, I can't. Oh, I can open the door. Holy shit! Let's go.
Yeah, I think I fixed it since last game.
And Jade's gonna like look around here and like press against the door and like listen, see if she hears anything in this room.
You don't hear anything. You hear wolves nearby, probably on the other side of the building that you're looking at. And you can actually hear like splashing of water coming from over this around this area here.
And Jade will once again just call out like, "Kai, where'd you go?"
Yeah,
Lord Crane's looking for you. He doesn't want you snooping around.
Yeah, you don't get any response. But meanwhile, Crane, back with the group in the main room here, he says, "What is wrong, Saria? You are asking many questions about this blood rune and vampiric familiars. What do you know of them? Why do you ask so many questions on this?"
I have Sarah's. I don't know much about them really. The blood rune, just that it's well, Sarah will sit down on this table here, scratching her forehead, going, well, I was mentioning about the having the blood rune, or someone having the blood rune for like 60 plus years without any type of swapping or changing over. That person would be me. She scratches at her forehead and says, all I thought this was something to help me stay under control. aid me in that. I didn't realize there were such adverse side effects for, or that it was connected to anyone else.
See, so you have you have rune already. You already have familiar.
Apparently, I don't.
May I see?
Sarah will hesitate for a second, and then she'll give a nod, and then start to pull off her breastplate.
Classic, sorry, pulling off her breastplate.
Yeah. His eyes kind of narrow as the rune is revealed. Takes a step forward and puts a hand over it. Just gently puts his fingers over the engraved flesh. The rune glows slightly as he does. He says, "Yes, this is very, very old. One of the oldest I have seen. I do not wish to raise any more concern within you, Saria, but you are correct. This, whatever creature is bound to you, has likely, well, suffered extreme side effects by now. It is it is not common for a human to last this long. A few decades, maybe, but they usually would turn by then, or at least become spawn. So
Yes, that's not necessarily my concern. I need to head home. I think soon after this, I need to check in with people. Sarah is very distressed now.
I understand. I am in a rush to leave as well, Saria, but there is a time for this. It will come. Allow me to help you first. I know lots about these things. I can help you, I assure you.
I don't know. Sarah is like stuttering and just like pictures of in her mind she's just having like flashes of her father over and over again for her mind at different points growing up, and just like
you see Thera kind of stand and put a gentle hand on your shoulder, and she guides you to the chair and sits you down. She says, "Come, Dale, take a seat." And she will just kind of give some space for you here to sit down.
Sarah sits down and just strokes her forehead.
Yeah. She'll cast calm emotions on you, believing that it might help you. Whether it does or not is up to you.
Maybe a little bit, but it's just like thinking back through her growing up and now, like different potential points where she may have noticed something. Or
you watch as Crane says, "I can tell that this whatever is bound to you, that you care for them. As all vampires should for their familiars, but I sense this is a very strong connection."
Sarah will just go, I don't know who's bound to me. I have a hunch. I didn't know that this was a joint endeavor. This was placed onto me when I was very young, and I did not know the ramifications of such a binding rune. So she's just like.
And what does your hunch tell you? Or is that something you want to keep to yourself?
It might be something we talk about later, but I guess I'm not too comfortable to bring it up here. She'll just look at Vargas with worried worried glint in her eye, but just wanting to.
Crane says, "I understand. These things they require a certain level of trust, and I understand if you do not think of me as trustworthy just yet, Saria. I hope to change your mind on this. When you are ready to speak to me about it, I am happy to help. I may even be able to show you how to, well, lessen the impact that this may have on your friend, whoever this person is that you are bound to, and maybe even help you to, well, tap into your curse more efficiently.
So how long have you been bound, Saria?
Around 60 years.
I see. And Crane, you said, well, it's every 10 years that you receive a new familiar.
Yes,
Is that something that the Hallowed Light demanded? Is that not normal? Would you have taken a familiar for a lot longer, a long time ago?
I would be happy to, but it is the only way to ensure that there is no chance of a transformation to occur, a passing of the curse, or just a turning to spawn. So it is the safest time frame. There is always a chance that it is still safe beyond this. Very hardy creatures could potentially resist for much longer, but as far as I'm aware, most humans, they do not have such fortitude of their constitution, you know? Many of them would
Right.
would change after such a long time frame. But I understand this is sensitive subject for you, Saria. We may take our leave if you wish, so you may discuss with your friend.
So, Vargas, could you join me real quick? And she'll move into the dining hall.
Yeah. Flov, you stay here.
Okay, Vargas, I will. Just real quick. Meanwhile, Jade, are you still searching around? Is there is there somewhere that you want to try looking for, Kai, in general? Anywhere in particular that you want to get to?
Well, so she rolled a 20 intelligence, right?
Yeah.
So she was there. She thought, okay, it's probably gonna be here if anything. It's not here, so she knew he's been here. And the most logical place would be to go look down here, I think. At the cellar. So I think that's her next stop.
Yeah, you get to the door and you see that it's unlocked. And you open it.
It's closed, right? I think he closed it.
Yeah, it's closed, but when you try and open it, it's unlocked.
Right.
So you just open the door and head on through. As you're making way over there, Kai, Kai, you are down at this door. You try and open it. It's locked. You want to try and pick it?
Yeah, I want to check to make sure there's no extra funny business going on with the lock.
Yeah,
first,
we'll keep the same check for
Okay.
the time being, but nothing funny about it.
Okay, then yeah, I'd like to try and pick it.
Yep.
Oh, right. I forget it like links are in chat when I press the
Yeah.
23.
Yeah. Door clicks open. You unlock it, and head through.
Yeah, gonna slowly creep in.
Mm-hmm. It's a very tight space here. It's like just enough that you could like slightly crouch, and the walls are almost touching your shoulders and above to your head. It's getting a little tighter as you move through the space as well. It's quite claustrophobic.
Yep. And I'm gonna peek around the corner, and I'm just gonna keep moving forward slowly.
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah.
As you get to this point, you do see there is a boarded up door here.
Mm-hmm.
And as you round this corner, if you want to take another step or two.
Yep.
You see that there is another boarded up door here. It's boarded up with wood, like a lot of wood.
Are they boarded up like where the planks are perfectly flush? Is there any sort of gaps at
No,
all?
there's gaps, but they're not enough that you can see through. Just imagine like planks just in all directions, diagonally and horizontal, and
I would like to, if I can, just try and examine the door and just see if there's any way, like any particular gap that I think I could maybe shave some wood away and try and peek in, or a board that I might be able to loosen. I just want to see if I can get any sort of like vision into this room.
Yeah, give me a strength check.
Strength check, okay.
Yeah,
this is not gonna
break some of the boards off.
Ooh, nice.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah.
+0.
You using your dagger, you pry off a few of the planks, just enough that you can kind of squeeze your head in. And, well, you could peer through, but you could also like put your head through and get a proper look at the room. You can't step in yet, but this is what you see. You see like a fountain of red liquid, but it's not continually pouring. It's just like pooled at the bottom, and you see 8 different coffins in like a positioned all around the fountain.
They all closed?
Yes. You do see as well there are like red, almost blood red torches on the there's 4 pillars in the room, and there's these blood red torches. They're not actually giving off any light, but they have this kind of red hue to the room. They give this red hue to the darkness of the room. But yeah, that's what you see. Do you want anything you want to do?
If I can, I don't know if it's going to be like go back to like Jade or anyone else before I continue.
You can for the moment. In just a second, we'll jump to Jade.
What I am gonna do is I'm gonna hold up my hand. And is there any light at all coming from this room?
No light.
No, it's complete darkness.
Yeah.
In that case, I don't know how this would work if there's no shadow to be cast, but
you're surrounded by shadow. Everything around you here is shadowed.
Yeah, I guess then I'll just close my eyes and I'll just say, and then I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and I'm gonna tell my little shadow buddy to go into the room. So, yep.
Yeah, nice.
And if I can as well, I would like to get him just to open up one of the coffins.
Yeah, cool.
Yep.
You can manipulate or not to open the door.
It's only £10, so it might not be.
Yeah. Sure, I'll allow it. It just takes like a good 6 to 10 seconds or so for it to pry it open. But you do watch as it lifts one of them up, and you can just about peer. You can't look at the very bottom of the coffin, but you can see enough of it that you can tell it's empty.
Okay, great.
And at this point, Jade, if you want to come into the basement, you can.
Yeah, Jade will start walking in and be like, "Hi, are you here?"
Yeah. Kai, you hear Jade. Kind of back down the tunnel.
Question: did you close the door?
This one, no, I did not close the door because it didn't say I did.
So you do see that the door is open at the far end. And with your survival check, you can see some footprints in the dust.
She knows that Crane said that door's off limits.
Yeah, he did.
Jade will very audibly say, I sure hope Kai isn't in this room that nobody's supposed to go into. But I need to go check it out.
Anything you want to do, Kai?
And she's slowly, deliberately slowly approaching the door.
Yeah.
I'll put her back one more step.
I guess I'll try and replace the plank as best I. Well, I'm gonna place the plank where it needs to go, but I'm not gonna try and like hammer it back in so it's really tight again.
I see. Okay. Yeah, I'll say this: you gather that you might have enough time to do that and use the mage hand one more time if you wish.
If I could, then I just want to check. I just want to check another one of the coffins. I want to just make sure, like 2 out of 8, if they're both empty, then I think it's fair to say that there's a good chance they all are.
Yeah, cool. You just pick another one at random or the next closest one. What's the?
I'd say I'd like be too far away to try and glean any sort of information about them, so it would just be random. Just one that I could see into the best. So maybe the one next to it, I guess.
Yeah, cool. You pry it open with the mage hand, and a bit of dust pulls off from inside, and you peer over. Nothing inside.
Okay, cool.
Cool. You closing it up, yeah?
Yeah, I'm gonna close it off and.
Cool. And then as you come around the corner, you see Jade kind of stood in the doorway. I'd say, like just here.
I assume you're still sneaking. I don't know if you want to pull some invisibility type of shit.
My voice probably would have run out by now, right?
Yeah, definitely it has.
I don't know if you can do it multiple times or whatever, or if you got something up your sleeve.
I can stealth, but there's not enough room really here to stealth past you. So
I mean, how tall is the corridor?
It's just high enough that he could fit in without going on his hands and knees. It's a little bit shorter than he is height-wise and like shoulder to shoulder width.
Let me roll another intelligence check real quick. Give myself guidance for this as well. 4. Okay, so what Jade does not look into the corridor. Instead, she stands where she's standing, but she's looking at the prison cells and investigating.
Like very deliberately staring into a corner, kind of a thing.
Yes, basically.
Right.
Just she is trying to make it so that she can honestly say that she did not see Kai down here or hear her.
Can I make an intelligence check to see if I see understand?
Yeah,
this?
I mean, you see Jade just hunched into a corner, like rooting through some like broken bits of wood and like scraps. And she's like
a piece of wood, car into it.
Yeah, like she's pretty clearly trying not to find you, like from what you can see.
I guess in that case, I'm gonna try and stealth out.
Yeah, make a stealth check.
He's so cute.
You thought that's what other traits.
I do. Wait. Do I? Hold on.
It's an hour. I don't think you've cast it. Oh wait, is Mage Hand concentration?
Mage Hand is not concentration. I don't think. It doesn't say it's concentration, right?
I don't think it is.
40.
So 40.
I would be actively perceiving, but we do have skill crits, don't we?
Yeah. So just in case you crit.
Okay. Okay, you're good.
Well, feel free to walk past Jade and head back upstairs if you wish.
After about 12 seconds of staring into this corner, I'm going to go into the corridor and see if there is anyone there.
Okay.
So I will go down the corridor
Yeah,
and
feel free.
presumably find nothing.
Yeah. When you get to the end of the corridor, you you do see the same broken or the same boarded up doors, and you do notice that one of them has like a loose plank, a couple of loose planks. They're like placed on, but clearly they're not like fully intact. You could probably just pull them off if you wish to.
Oh, I'm not gonna fuck with that shit. As far as I see, there's just boarded up doors with planks. I mean, like, whether they're loose or not.
But no sign of Kai.
Okay. I'll go back out and close the door behind me. And then go upstairs and eventually do the same. Close the door behind me.
Yeah. Is Kai just waiting upstairs?
Kai probably would have headed out into the courtyard and just acted like he was getting some fresh air, you know.
Okay, cool. So Jade, as you come up, you kind of head through the door and you see Kai just in the courtyard.
Yeah, I would have been like sitting on a barrel or something in the corner, just.
Yeah.
Jade's still like, "Hi, where are you?" And she like goes here and is about to go up the stairs because she's like, "Well, he went that way. He's not down there, clearly."
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
And then probably spots him as she's like coming out of this room and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are, Kai.
Oh, hey,
Where have
Jade,
you
what's
been?
up?
I've been looking for you everywhere.
I'm sorry that the whole ritual thing kind of freaked me out a little bit. I had to stretch my legs, get some fresh air. You know how it is.
It's okay. Well, yeah, I know all about stretching. I'm all stretch.
What are you doing out here? Did everything go okay in there?
Oh well, Sari is a bit distraught, but well, Lord Crane asked me to look for you because you were missing, and I was looking around to see if you were snooping, but
I would never.
I didn't see you anywhere. So, where were you though?
Oh, I just took a walk around outside, and then I thought I'd come
Okay.
sit here. Yeah.
A weird way to walk though. Like you walked over here and then like outside into the courtyard and then around.
Yeah, I just wanted to examine the grounds.
Okay. You want to come back inside?
Yeah, sure. If I need to.
But just before you get there, Vargas and Saria, you step aside into the dining room. Go ahead.
We have an issue. So I haven't really gone into my parents' view that much. I know that you one will understand unique parents, right? If your father's anything to go by, right? Well, my father, as I told you before, taught me about these runes, right? And being a cloud giant and being from the Mistlands, they have a long history of not liking cursed creatures due to, I don't know if you know about the lycanthropy was an issue at some point. One of the leaders from way back in history had it, and it wasn't the most looked on fondly.
I see. Yes. I read something about that.
Yeah. So my father was the one who put the rune on me.
Right.
But I don't go around saying about that because blood runes and curse stuff is again
Sure, but
in giant society is looked upon very badly.
So is your father of Empire?
I have no idea. I need to go home. Honestly, I'm very worried now. I had no idea that this was part of it. I'm just literally flashing back to like memories of trying to think if there was any signs. But Crane did say though that more heartier creatures would potentially be able to hold it off, and I can't think of many more heartier creatures than giants. Um,
Yes.
I'm still very concerned. Uh, and again,
Any way you could contact your father? I
I have
mean,
no, I
where are
have no
you from? Where are
way.
you from again?
I'm from Urana, where the cloud giants reside.
Which is far away, right?
So at the very top of the Midlands. In fact, it's slightly disconnected. There's like a small
Oh, is that the miss? Sorry, forgive me. I haven't got the world map up right now, but is that just north of the chain coast? Or am I...
if you see the top of your screen, Dave, there should be a little arrow, and then you can click down and you can click on the Atlas World Map if you want.
I'll activate it for everyone.
Oh, yeah.
So if you look above the chain coast, you see Echo
Yeah.
Fort.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're not actually that far away. Okay.
So we are currently down here in Archlink, and the up here is the Mistlands, which is where the where giant kind and many Goliaths live, and Saria is from this this larger island here called Uranus, which is where many cloud giants live.
All right.
And just to clarify for the little bit of lore there for the curse of Lycanthropa, it was a curse that was placed onto a leader of Goliaths, and at one point it had the very high risk of running rampant through that population, and so many of the giants kind of disavowed it and took many steps to try and prevent that from happening, and that's where that kind of dislike for curses came from. But yeah, that's where Saria is from.
Right. Well.
And the reason I didn't say about this before is my family, my mother and father, they're slightly more prominent in the Midlands. They didn't necessarily agree with what was going on, so they physically removed themselves from active involvement in giant society. Uh, they talked to me about it a little bit, but it's the reason why I didn't when we were like sharing, I didn't divulge surnames or my surname. But I think once the group's back and maybe when we're not here, I need to fill you in a little bit more in detail. But I do think that at least for me, I'm very concerned, and I would in the near future potentially want to make a trip home because I don't know all this news of the rune. Like I knew that he put it on me, and I knew that he told me that the rune itself wouldn't last forever.
Right. And this was placed on you when you were
like 4 or 5, like
very young.
right. Okay. Well, he obviously did this to protect you, and I'm sure he knew the risks involved. If he is indeed a vampire, perhaps there is some other knowledge that we're not sure about. Maybe he gained this from somewhere, but I agree. You do need to find out. This is important to you. And
yeah, I don't think he's a vampire. As I said, he's very prominent, and the family name was. Again, I was telling Kai about this when we were traveling. I don't know if you ever heard, but my mother is only like a handful of giants that can specifically cloud giants that have a special ability that is like 10 or like 13 that are around that are able to do it. So even though she's removed herself, she still gets contacted a fair bit and has to help out in certain ways.
Right.
Jade and Kai, you come in at the back end of this conversation here.
Hey guys, I found Kai.
All right,
Hey
Kai.
guys, is everything good here?
Sorry, go on.
You won't need to repeat yourself. I'll say you heard most of it.
Yeah.
Sarah will just go, yeah, we may. I know that you want to do this job and stuff on the way back, but I do, one way or another, need to head home, I think, at some point in the near future. It's... I know that he was probably keeping this extra information from me to protect me, but I need to talk to him about it.
Here's what I think. I think we should head back to Wargrove. Finish our business, then tell them that we are heading north, and if they have anything for us, on the way, then we can do that. We can accomplish that. And if not, then we just set off north and fuck the guild off, right? To be perfectly honest, I'm not all about this fame life.
Yeah, I don't like sticking out either. Though, you'll be happy to know that my mother does have a decent collection of books when we get there, though they are very big.
Crane steps in and he says,
Like big books in a hand out loud.
I fucking
he
hate
says,
you.
he says, I apologize. I could not help but overhear a little bit of that conversation. Only little pieces, but you say you wish to contact this person, well, I assume it is a family member of some kind. But yes, I can teach you how to do this. You can commune with your familiar from any distance. You can even see through their eyes, if you wish to. Maybe you do not need to leave.
Guessing you never tried that before.
Again, didn't know there was a connecting part to this room.
Indeed, I will just have to show you how to do it. We may need to enhance your curse a little bit to do it. Tap into the deeper connection within you to the blood, and a little ritual here and there, and you will become more powerful, and you will understand how to tap into the rune, and you can commune with this person if you wish to. You can get answers without leaving if you do not wish to rush into wherever you need to be. And anyway, I still need you to help me leave. I cannot just walk out of here without killing many of the mob that has swarmed my home.
Oh, we'll still help you leave. Sarah's just thinking here.
I understand that you are quite upset and a little concerned, so, like I say, I am happy to help you.
Is there any side effects of the said ritual?
Well, like I say, you will deepen your connection with the curse. You may experience a deeper hunger, or maybe even enhanced abilities, things that you have not gained yet. But it is hard to say. You are incredibly unique, Saria. Your curse is, well, one of a kind, perhaps. It is hard to say. But I know that if you put a little faith in me, I will guide you through it, and maybe we can both learn a little thing or two. Something special, perhaps.
Isaac did say, right, to Sarah that potentially he could help you.
Yeah, he did, yeah. If it's something that you wish for, you know. It depends how Saria perceives the curse.
Saria's gonna make a roll. Real quick.
Sure.
Okay, well, I'll see. She's gonna say the...
He does say, and like I said before, having this knowledge and this connection, this ability to manipulate the rune and tap into your familiar from many distances and such, it allows you to have more control over the actual rune, and afterwards less of a detrimental effect on the familiar. So it will be beneficial to you regardless, I believe.
Sarah will look to everyone around her and she'll just go, looking very worried. It's fine. I need to know. She's worrying way too much.
I have a question before you take this leap. This going to you're going to teach you how to do this completely independently, or is this going to somehow tie it to you?
Oh no! A vampire can only have one familiar, so I have Thera here.
You mentioned you were seeking information out of this, so where did that come from?
Well, yes, I am curious about her curse, you know. She has taken a step for our kind that has never been done before. She does not have our weaknesses, you know. She does not fear the sun, and she does not need permission to enter buildings, and you know, it is intriguing for me. I spent many years of my life trying to do these things. I was never successful. If I can glean even a little bit of insight into how her curse has changed and what she is capable of, then perhaps this could be a boon for all of us.
Sarah will lean over to Vargas and whisper in his ear, while this is happening, keep a close eye on him.
Yeah, Vargas doesn't react and just, but yeah, he's listened.
It is your choice, Arya. I will not force you. You know, you can choose, and if you wish to leave quicker, then so be it. I just need some help. Leaving is all, and but if you do wish to learn these things and commune with your familiar, I can teach you.
I'm also quite interested on how this works. If you don't mind, I'll watch. Take notes.
Sarah will just go look at Crane and say, teach me. I need to know. I need to, one, know if it is who I think it is and if they're okay.
Very well. Go ahead and take a seat. We can do it here, or we can do it in the organ room.
No,
whichever
it's
you
fine
prefer.
with everyone here.
Okay, give me just a moment. I need to fetch a few things. He
Need help carrying anything?
No, I'm fine. Do not worry. Just take care of your friend here. Gestures to Saria.
Great hugs, Saria.
Yeah.
Sarah just absent, still thinking about everything. Just absent-mindedly gives Jade a couple pats on the head.
I'm gonna follow him.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Bear with me 1 second.
I mentioned that I'm interested. I want to take notes. I want to see what he's preparing.
You would follow him, but unfortunately, You can't, because you watch as he actually just turns into mist. Not sure, this is supposed to be an animation, but my thing's bugging out here. But yeah, he actually just turns into mist and then just disappears through a crack in the wall here. Like passing straight through the wall.
Oh, well, that makes things difficult.
I'm just going to refresh real quick, sorry. My DM stuff has signed out for some reason.
Kai is closely with Thera.
I was about to ask Feder.
Yes?
I know you have somewhat loyalty. Well, you are loyal now to him, but if you don't mind, can you do me a favor and look through his eyes? Tell me what he's up to?
I'm afraid it doesn't work that way.
Oh. Did he just say that it does?
He can speak with me. You know, when he initiates, he can see through my eyes, but not the other way around.
It's that way around. Right, okay. Just checking.
I gain some benefits from being his familiar, such as a resistance to necrotic effects. I also gain a little bit of his skills, likely in his talents of performance, maybe.
Does that mean you can play the instrument, the big one on the wall?
I believe I can, yes. I never knew how before, but I seem to...
Play some big.
Maybe later. I'm afraid we have more pressing matters. But I will play for you, Jade, if you wish.
We're literally just waiting on him.
I'm sure he's on his way back. He's not one to dawdle. He's quite excited for this.
I personally would like to hear Flumph play it, because I feel like he's going to be able to do things that ordinary people could not do. Look how many tentacles he's got, eh? He could play some amazing music that no one's ever heard before.
Yes, I definitely can. It's been a long time since I've had a chance to play a musical instrument, Vargas.
Oh,
indeed.
Never one quite as large as this. But you all watch as a mist fills through the room and he reforms back into his normal form. And he places a jar on the table. It's full of these like weird black things that are kind of moving ever so slightly. And he says, okay, I have retrieved them. These are leeches. To initiate this this new connection with your curse, we will have to do a little bit of bloodletting. Unfortunately, we will have to drain you of some amount of your blood. Enough that you are close to death, but not dead.
Sounds dangerous.
There is no chance that she comes to any harm. It is just... it is to allow her to tap into the curse. It is to deepen her understanding of the hunger.
Okay. Do we have... But go on.
Sorry.
If you prefer, I can bite her and drain it that way, but I do not like taste of undead blood, and I do not think Saria would like this, so this is alternative.
Can I bite her?
If you wish to, but it would hurt more than leeches. They are good boys. They are they are quite tame. Look, I pull one out. He opens the jar and puts one on his finger, and it's like a big bulbous black leech that is like...
A leech?
Not a leech, yeah. a leech that is like just attached to his finger as he holds his
before is a little leech with the face of Isaac.
Sorry, do you have sufficient files, like to bring you back to full strength if it sounds like it's going to be very taxing.
I have some. She'll remove she's got her breastplate off still, and then she'll take her gauntlets off and relieve um show her bare arms.
Yeah. Okay, we begin then.
Vargas goes over here and just starts taking notes. Meanwhile, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he kind of gets you to lay on the table, puts some cushions beneath you and things, and you know, places these leeches one by one on various parts of your exposed skin. Quite a lot of them onto you as well. And before long, they latch and begin to drain you of blood. And over the next few hours, as they slowly drain you, they become more bulbous and fat, essentially, off the blood that they drain. They grow quite large, almost like triple in size. And Crane is like narrowing his eyes at them, and he says, "This is strange. They should not grow this big." But Saria, you're almost like drifting in and out of consciousness at this point, as almost probably, close to like 80% of your blood is drained at this stage. You feel the thrum of hunger within you. And
Jade asks Crane,
yeah.
like, can I heal her? Or is that not going to do anything?
If you wish to, it cannot hurt. But she has not suffered any injury, She is just losing her blood slowly. We will stop soon. Do not worry. I am very conscious of what remains within her. That these
Guy's getting uneasy, by the way.
Yeah. But you all see Saria's eyes flickering red, like on and off, and then you go solid red, and you see the fangs suddenly protrude from her mouth. Her body tenses, and you see the skin kind of go a little, much paler, almost taut to the bone beneath the skin. She looks like she's slowly withering away. And suddenly it becomes quite violent as she actually kind of, the body tenses and the fangs come out, etc. Crane puts his hand over her, and you watch as the red glyph on her chest flares for a moment. Suddenly the tenseness in her settles down, and the fangs begin to retract, and the eyes begin to flash again and go back to normal. He peels each of these liches off one by one and puts them back in the jar. Incredibly large. In fact, he sends Thera to get a second jar from the other room, and fills that one as well. And Saria, these last few moments, as your fangs came out and your eyes went red, etc., you have never felt hunger like it before. So much so that the only thought that you can even contemplate thinking in your head is blood, feeding, hunger, blood, red. Everything is consumed by it. And for the first time in Saria's life, she fears that this is all that she ever will be. That there is no escape. There is no turning back. You need blood, and you need it now, and you don't care where you get it from. But suddenly, that blood dissipates and fades away, and you hear this secondary heartbeat coming from the rune in your chest. Your eyes open, and you suddenly have this new understanding, this new power, this new depth of control over your curse. And if you look at your class features, you will now see some new vampiric features. So you can have a read through them for the time being, but I'll let you know that for now you have the first two features, which is vampiric hunger and vampiric bite.
And where are they?
They'll be in your fighter features, and then there's a vampiric folder.
Oh yeah, I see.
Yeah.
I see.
So you've got the first two features, vampiric hunger and vampiric bite. Okay. Crane, over the next hour or two, will teach you how to learn one other feature of your choice, and I'm assuming you want vampiric familiar. But some of them have prerequisites, like you need others before you can choose them. But yeah, feel free to read through all of them. Over extensive training, you can learn more of them from Crane or other vampires, or potentially just life experiences that Saria has throughout her journeys. But yeah, initially you'll have those first two and one more that you can choose. The choices you have are vampiric familiar, vampiric command, or vampiric shape. So go ahead and have a read. In the meantime, as Crane is peeling these liches and discussing with Saria about the experience and how to tap into whatever feature she chooses, anything else anyone else would like to do during this time?
She's just being there, being supportive for Saria.
Yeah.
Vargas is just keeping an eye on Crane mostly.
Yeah, he seems very above board. He's taking great care with Saria, and he hasn't done anything that would cause you to have any concern on his actions for the time being. He seems genuinely invested in this process and trying to help her and furthering his own understanding at the same time. Anything from Kai? Ozza?
I think Kai's just on edge a little bit about this whole situation. It's very unusual to him, and he's just trying to keep an eye on everything, just kind of expecting something to go wrong.
Sure. Yeah.
What's Galver doing during all this?
Yeah, Gobber is just, scared for the most part. Every time he can't look at Crane without like shivering or looking away. But he's just fiddling like with, little trinkets and bits of his clothing, and kind of scratching his nail with his dagger, and just looks very nervous. He has no clue what you're all really talking about either, and he's pretty sure that he doesn't want to know. But yeah, you got any questions for me, Raya, about these features or anything?
No, I'm just reading Vampiric Hunger right now.
Yeah.
The Vampiric Bite just looks like a more enhanced version of my class feature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the way it kind of works is your Vampiric Hunger has a number of charges or stacks that you can get up to, double your proficiency bonus as you max. And all of your vampiric features give you stacks when you use them. So your hunger builds up to max, and then, you have to manage it by drinking blood or taking rests, things like that.
Yeah.
So all the different
Right.
features that you got there have like, you know, different costs to using them.
Lord Crane,
Yes.
where is your bathroom? I need to use it.
Well, head out to the courtyard, and on the eastern side, you will find it between the two buildings.
Right. Fluv, you stay here and keep taking notes.
Okay, Vargas, will do.
Sorry,
Crane
on the
just
east
says,
side between the two buildings, you said?
Yes, in courtyard, yes.
But yeah,
Cool.
she'll take.
Please do
she'll
not
take.
please do not wander into places you should not be. Return safely, okay?
All right.
Yeah, she'll
Thank you.
definitely take vampiric familiar because that's what she needs to confirm and then contact Style.
Cool. Yeah, no worries. So go ahead and just drag those 3 features onto your sheet.
Okay, so just drag it into features, right?
Yeah. And
Is that the room, Squat?
let me have a look.
It's this one. The small one between the buildings.
Yeah, it's just yeah.
Okay. And then this door over here, this is the one that was locked.
Yeah, it should be closed. Yeah, that one.
Is it locked or closed? This one?
It's locked as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that goes.
Just have a little look around. Do I see any wolves or anything around?
You don't see any, but you do hear them. Kind of just on the other side of the building in the outer courtyard. You can still hear. Well, you've heard. This is the first time you've heard this, but you can hear water kind of sloshing and sounds of splashing water.
Where's that coming from?
Just on the other side of the building that you're kind of looking at. It's like somewhere around here, like this kind of area.
Interesting. All right. Well, first of all, I'm going to go in. I'm going to cast Major Illusion. And make it sound like someone's moaning and pooping. Having a bad time in the toilet.
Oh god, right, sure. Yeah, no worries. Just so you know as well, Dave, Vargas can prepare a few extra spells.
Oh, I can? It just says 5.
Yeah, that's not going to be correct. It doesn't seem to want
Yeah, I
to
had
show
that
the
feeling
correct
too.
value. Yeah. So you can actually prepare. How many? 4 plus half your level, so 4, 5, 6 at the moment. So you can prepare 1 more.
Cool, 1 more.
Yeah, I believe so. Let me check
Okay.
one thing. Yeah, that's correct. Cool.
Okie dokie. But yeah, after Vargas does that, he's gonna go over to this door and try and block pick. He's curious. He wants to see what.
Sure, go ahead.
You guys.
Why? And like Vargas wants to know. He's already been denied a book of Zyphrax. My God.
Brain putting all this trust in you, and you're just rooting through his home.
Well, you said it would take a few hours, so he's busy.
Yeah.
Where is it? I need to roll here. Is it sleight of hand for block pick?
Do you have thieves' tools?
No, I don't. I thought I might have it in my adventuring card.
You can maybe get creative if you want to try something, but you can't do it by conventional means.
Could I animate a very small coin to go through the hole and tinker around a bit?
Yeah, sure.
Like a copper coin or something like that?
Yeah.
Not that I have any. But yeah, I feel like that could work. You know, yeah. Especially if I'm, I can animate it with my mind and move it around. I don't need something to leverage it. It can just leverage itself.
1 second here. Excuse me. I think I accidentally removed that spell, but I'll put it back for you. There you go. Yeah, sure. You animate a coin. It's gonna have to be a gold coin or a platinum coin. That's the
fine,
only things that work with it.
Yeah. Oh,
Cool.
is it? Oh, okay then. Cool.
Yeah. So I'll say you animate a gold coin.
Wait, no, it does say silver, but I don't have any silver.
Oh, does it?
It's silver, gold, or platinum.
Oh, okay. Cool. So yeah, you animate a coin and send it through the lock. The magic of the spell just blasts the lock open. There's a bit of damage to the lock for sure on the outside that's quite visible.
Okay.
But,
I'll use
but the
mending
door,
on it.
Nice. Yeah, cool. You mend the lock, and then you open up the door.
I open it first though. I don't like
It's
let
locked
it relock.
again.
Yeah. But yeah, you step in. You see in this chamber is a number of crates that are sealed shut, and a set of steps that lead up, with a hatch that's also locked. You can see like a padlock on it.
I mean, I'm gonna use the tech magic. I know you said that like the entire fucking thing is magic because of the Hallow spell, but can I more like precisely look at these crates? Like, you know, like is that a thing?
Yeah. You look at the crates. There's nothing magical about them other than the Hallow spell.
I can't, and there's definitely nothing inside them. I would be able to detect that, right?
They're shut. So if you want to crack them open, you can. But they've got like full crates shut. You know. Do you want to open one?
Yeah. Fuck it. I'll do the exact same technique. Just I'll use the coin.
Cool. Yeah. You crack
and
one
I'll
open.
mend afterwards to cover my tracks.
No worries. You crack one open and you see quite a number of vials of blood.
Okay.
Not like completely filling the crate, but enough that you'd be like, "Oh, that's weird." Like, you know.
Are they labeled at all?
No.
Or are they just like vials of blood? Okay.
Just vials of blood. I mean, you assume that they're blood. Could be wine, maybe, but who would put wine in vials?
Okay, I'll move on to the next. Well, okay. First of all, I close it up and I'll mend it.
Yep.
And I'll move on to the next one. Yep.
Yep.
I'll do one more, and then if it's the same, I'm kind of going to assume that they're all the same.
Yeah. You crack it open, more blood.
Okay. But even though I just said that, I'm going to crack open the rest of them.
Yeah.
Because Vargas is just curious.
Yeah. Pretty much every crate here has got blood in them. You do notice that there is a desk with a number of jars filled with leeches.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to go downstairs.
Oh my god.
The stairs go up, and there is a hatch that's got a padlock on it. But you've seen what's above them. It's just the upstairs.
Oh yeah, you're right. I remember now. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm going to walk over to the door, have a quick peek outside, make sure no one's sneaking.
Yeah.
Look in. You want me to do a perception?
No, you don't see anyone. Like I say, you just hear the odd, like very muted howl of a wolf, and splashing of water.
All right. Can I relock this thing? Would you say I'd be able to relock it with the same technique?
Not by blasting a coin through the lock, no. Unfortunately.
Oh, I mean, you kind of went with the blasting through the lock. I said put the coin goes inside and jiggles around and leverages the.
Yeah, that's not gonna open a lock though, dude. It's like, you know, you need like a key to go in and do a precise kind of, you know, locking mechanism. You forced a magical coin through it. Right? Yeah, but there's a difference between a coin and like a, you know, two spikes of a lockpick. You know what I mean? There's, it's not going to be a delicate process, you know, putting a magical coin through a metal lock. You know what I mean? But yeah, unfortunately, there's not much you can do to lock it without thieves' tools. I'll allow you to do this. I'll let you make a spell check. And we'll say it's DC. We'll say it's DC 12. So a charisma check, and if you succeed, then you mend it to be in a locked state.
Okay.
But it's difficult. Fair. It's difficult to do.
A what? A what?
Charisma check.
Yeah, charisma check.
DC 12.
Yeah.
Ooh, just about.
Yeah, so you actually manage it.
Oh my god!
I'll say it takes a couple of mendings to get it done. But noticing that you're not under, any watchful eye at the minute, you can take the time to do it, and you manage to mend the lock to a state that it was exactly what it was previously, in a locked position. And yeah, you're quite confident that it's looks good.
All right. How long would you say I've been in there for, opening those? Like a few minutes?
Yeah, a couple of minutes. Yeah.
Okay, well that's I will pass. That spells. I'll go back towards it all, but like that spell's worn off by now. And then I'll just open and shut the toilet door relatively loudly, just to confirm that yes, I have been to the toilet.
Cool. No worries. And yeah, are you just heading back, or?
Yep, I head back.
Yeah.
I mean, Vargas is already suspicious as shit of this guy for having taking too much blood. But at this point, he doesn't really care. Well, not care. That's not the right word. But he doesn't think it's any new news to anyone.
Yeah. Oh, do you want to check out the whole water thing, or do you want to leave that? I know you.
You said that it was outside, right? And the wolves are out there, so I'm worried that the wolves are going to attack me.
It's up to you. What do you think Vargas would do?
Find out.
I'll have a peek. Oh, what? This is my first time going to the toilet. I'll just say I got lost.
But yeah, you can still hear it just here, but it's just something just out of your vision. Yeah. You take a step forward and you see coming out, as your vision clarifies through the darkness, you see Mulder, who is feverishly raising water out of a well and just dumping it into his mouth, drinking viciously, and jug after jug of water, one after the other, just drinking and drinking and drinking.
I've heard of the hunger, but this first. I've never seen this. Yeah, you okay?
He takes a big gasp as he finishes drinking one of the jugs and begins lowering it, and he says, I'm okay. I'm just so thirsty.
Mm.
You have any food? I need food as well. Yes.
Yeah.
Pulls up another jug and begins drinking.
A ration or something. Yeah, I'll pull out like a ration pack or whatever I've got in my adventure pack.
He snatches it out of your hand and rips into it with his jagged teeth. And yeah, you just see someone almost completely just consumed by hunger and thirst.
When was the last time? Well, when was the last time you actually ate, drank properly?
Had loads today. I always eat well.
I saw that, but it obviously didn't do your body any good.
Oh, it's because of the mark. The rune removal leaves me weakened and makes me hungry, and it will fade. I was familiar for too long.
How long?
Nearly 10 years.
Okay. And you witnessed this with the guy who came before you? The same.
A little bit, yeah. I replaced him after 9, so...
So his first was not this strong.
No.
Okay. I wish I could help you more, but...
Thank you. He drinks more as he's speaking to you, and he says, I'm fine. Just need to drink more drinks and drinks.
Hey, be careful, man. Like, too much will kill you.
Yeah, he just nods as he continues to drink.
Well, I don't know what the fuck I can do for him. Yeah, I'll be inside more. Just like I said, maybe pace yourself a little bit.
I'll try. Drink, gulp, all this water. Cool, and you start to head back.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Saria, you spend, the next few hours with Lord Crane tapping into the rune that's engraved on your chest, and over that period of time, you learn how to utilize it and gain the benefits of having the rune. You realize that you've already been benefiting to some degree out of it. The dampening of your hunger, being partially satiated by almost a continual siphoning of blood from the familiar, just a trickle at all times, just slowly, just giving you just enough to keep you from spiraling into hunger and violence. And now that you've learned this, you know deep down who is your familiar, and it is your father. And not only that, you suddenly make the connection in your head. I've been drinking giant blood almost my entire life. No wonder I can grow. No wonder I can use runic magic. This is...
Drinking cloud giant blood, no wonder I can stay in.
Exactly. And as you kind of begin to wonder why your father could have done this, your eyes flash red, and you suddenly see a sight that you haven't seen in quite a few months at this stage. Give me 1 second. Just bear with me for the moment.
No.
Pull this up.
Jade wild shapes into a bear. Not actually.
Vargas makes a run for the book.
I want to make sure that
Quick, he's distracted.
You'll be able to see this when I pull up the map. Okay. I've got your token here, just for the sake of it, but you're not actually present. But you see through the eyes of your father as he is gently kind of resting in and out of sleep, resting against this dead tree that you know is where he found you, essentially, for the first time. And you can feel his breath in his heart, in his lungs, sorry, that is like very slow and quiet and raspy. His eyes kind of slowly blink open. and you hear him say, Saria? Is that you?
Why didn't you tell me that the rune had such a heavy price?
Because you did not have to pay it. I made a choice, dear child. And I would make it again.
How are you doing?
I'm okay. Yes. I miss you. And so does your mother.
I miss you both too. I'll have to come visit at some point. I was worried about you. I ended up going to the Hell Light, and I've learned about the rune in depth about what it does.
I knew you would one day. I knew you would not be too pleased with me. But I wanted to help you. Your mother, she encouraged me. She said that it would be for the best.
Well, Mother does, is very wise, so.
I do
Mother
not
knows
know what
best.
he says, I do not know what she saw. She would not tell me. But she gleaned how to make the rune. Showed me how to make it. When you were young, we guided you to form it on your own body and mind. I'm sorry that I could not tell you. I did not want you to worry about me.
It worked until I found out, and then the worry came all at once, I guess.
You watch as he kind of begins to stand up, and you can tell that he's a little shaky on his feet. Probably the first time you've ever seen him like this. And you can tell that he's lost some amount of body weight. He's a little bit thinner.
Are you sure you're okay? You're
Yes,
looking more gaunt.
In recent days, I fear that you have taken more than you usually do.
Yes, it's been a lot recently.
There's flashes in your mind of the battles that you've had in recent months, and every time that you were almost overtaken by bloodlust, that flare of the rune as it died away. Now you know why. Your father says, I look forward to when you return home. Where are you now?
I am currently in Archlink in the Chaincast.
Suppose it is that time.
Is that time?
Your mother, she wouldn't tell me what she saw in her vision when she told me to do this. But she said that one day you would arrive in a large city with a bridge named Archlink. I believe she saw how to make the rune from what you just learned. This is the only thing I can make sense of.
Sorry, like a bunch of flashing images, and just like in her mind, it's like, That would make sense. Mother does see a lot.
He does.
Well, now I've learned.
Yeah, he just says, I will let her know that you have gained this knowledge, and that you seek to return home soon. I am sure she will wish to speak with you.
Now I've learned about this, I'm going to continue to progress and hopefully reduce the burden on you. I cannot describe how much gratitude and love I have for you, Dad, for all that you have sacrificed for me. From the day that you took me in to now.
He says, "You are my daughter, Saria. You will always have a place in my heart, whether it beats or it does not."
From what I've learned,
he just says, I have made no sacrifice for you that I would not make again.
Sarah just gives him a mind hug and then says, from what I have learned, I should be able to keep in contact with you now, so...
I look forward to our long talks at night.
I do as well. I have definitely missed you and Mother over the past few months. And I do look forward to coming back and introducing you to the friends I have made.
You just feel a pride come over his mind, and a peace, knowing that he doesn't have to hide this from you anymore. And yeah, he's just, filled with a deep love for you.
Yeah, Sarah just reciprocates and is just like, take it easy. I'll be in contact again soon. I have missed our conversations over the forge, so...
I look forward to it. Stay safe, Saria.
Oh, before I go, could you please let Mother know that I gained more information from the dreams that I've been having? And Sarah will just repeat the phrase and about the woman saying, I won't let him have you.
Okay. Yeah, he says, I will speak with her. She is in deep meditation at the moment. She is due to awake in the next few days.
Well, I think we can communicate two ways, so let me know.
You see him kind of step up and begin heading into your home, essentially. As you kind of pull away from the connection to his mind. And first time, well, not for the first time, but you just feel like your understanding of your father as a person and how he thinks and how he feels, you just understand it so much better now. You always knew something, that to some degree on that front, but not like this. And you even gain one of his skill proficiencies, so you can choose one of them if you wish.
Yeah, I literally went to Keanu. It was like so much of not taking perception proficiency, because
your father has these proficiencies. He has
he
has athletics, intimidation, nature, perception, and survival.
Okay. Could you just note that down or DM me that on Discord, because I can change it per day.
Sure. Yeah,
I can just have it as a note.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. As you return back to your senses, back in in Crane's manor, what do you do?
Sarah takes a big sigh of relief and almost looks kind of more relaxed. In fact, she looks a lot more relaxed.
What happened for us? Like when
You
this
just
was
saw
happening?
her eyes flash red, and then her mouth kind of moved occasionally, like she was speaking, but you don't hear words. And yeah, just for the next couple of minutes, she's in that state, and then she comes back. Her eyes return to normal. You do see the rune flare up on her chest a little brighter, but not too crazy, not as much as you've seen before. But yeah, other than that, just yeah.
She'll look to Vargas and give a knowing nod to confirm her thoughts. They're doing okay. Knowing about the connection now, they definitely are little what's it called? Activities over the past couple of weeks is taking it out on them a bit, but now I know I can help mitigate that. And she'll look to Crane and say, thank you for this.
You are very welcome, Saria. I told you you could trust me. I do not wish you any harm, and this is fascinating to me as well. I can hopefully make good use of the information that I get glean from you. And like I say, you are quite special. I believe your potential with the curse is, well, it could be in one direction, it could be like dampened, it could be weakened, or a way to lessen the curse in some ways, or you could have potential to be more powerful than most vampires. But you will only get to that stage if you learn how to control it, embrace it. If you wish to do this, I am more than happy to continue to teach you.
I would be interested in being able to bring the curse under control, understand it, and help alleviate more of my the one that is connected to me. I am more than interested in pursuing this.
Indeed. And I must say, I am also very intrigued by your origin, just as you are. If you will allow it, I will try and find out where you came from. Try to investigate who did this to you and what purpose it had. If it would be of benefit to you.
Sorry, thanks for a moment. I believe if you can glean any information, I would be very grateful. I would love to know who's potentially pursuing me.
Indeed. It will be quite dangerous, I have no doubt. If this was done to you by one of our kind, they must have been quite powerful and knowledgeable to do this.
As old as you, I presume? Or older?
Indeed. Part of me fears that it may even be an umbral lord, the most powerful of our kind.
Fucking shit, umbral lord.
I served beneath one a long time ago, and I must say he was terrifying.
I think it'll be okay. Every lord we've ran into is kind of an idiot.
With one
well,
exception,
except for you. Yeah.
Thank you.
I kind of forgot you were a lord. Sorry.
Yes, I do not Who am I kidding? I like to flaunt it.
I mean, of course you do. Look at this big house I got you.
Yes, I am quite happy. Well, I was until I now have to move.
It's okay. I can be happy in your stead.
We will see. I hope that you do get this home, Jade. It is
Oh, thanks.
served me quite well for a long time now. But I do not know what the Hallowed Light will choose.
Any idea of where you want to go next?
The nearest city is Nemesa, so I have a hideout there. I was hoping maybe stay there for a few months and then start to investigate where Saria here came from, with her permission, of course. I will reach out unto my contacts within our kind, see who may know a thing or two about this. But for now, I suggest you all take long rest. You need to sleep and recover.
Yeah, and as Saria
It's been
stands
a
up,
long day.
as Saria stands up, she actually stumbles a little bit and catches herself.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You do notice as well that throughout the process of you learning how to use the connection with the familiar, Thera does leave at one point and then comes back with vials of blood, and then gives them to you if you wish to replenish yourself and alleviate the draining that the bloodletting even that you've undertook over the past few hours.
Yeah. She'll drink them all.
Yeah. You feel that the hunger immediately die down. And honestly, drinking blood has never felt so good to you in this moment. After being drained so heavily, and with your deepening understanding of the curse, connection to it. But Lord Crane says, okay then, so feel free to choose whichever room you wish to stay in. And,
Are we staying?
just, well, you can. You don't have to. There is big mob outside still. If you want to deal with them and find place in the city, you can. But, I don't think people will be too happy with you for a moment.
I mean, I'm fine with staying here. It's up to the rest of you, though.
Well, if I'm staying, I could definitely do with some reading, Lord Crane.
Well, yes,
reading.
I'm sure you can. But, and you still do not see the way that I should say you do not approve of my methods and my morals and my choices, and well, you give me hard time,
I approve.
Why should I lend you book?
I approve of it, as long as you are being sated by your familiar here. Everything that we've seen has led to, well, me thinking the opposite is that you sate yourself on other means. I'm sure this isn't the first time that something like this has happened.
Okay, fine. You think I am, insatiable, that I am greedy and gluttonous with my blood. You can believe this if you wish, but you no get book so long as you do.
Jade sprouts a tentacle subtly, and lifts it behind Lord Crane's head and whispers through it. I've been approving of everything you've done.
Yes, you have, Jade. Thank you. Maybe you can convince our friend here, Vargas, that that I do not wish him any harm, that I am peaceful.
I'm aware of that. I still don't think we'd be sitting here having this conversation.
But you think I am evil, yes?
No, I don't think you're particularly evil.
Ah,
But I do think that you have indulged beyond your agreement with the Hello Light.
to burn me on cross, I have too much blood. You know, we all indulge in different ways. You know, I'm sure you do too. You cannot say you have not done naughty thing here and there, or you have not, you know, had a large meal when you did not need it.
Remember
You're
that
not
rhino we
wrong.
caught?
I do.
Yeah, that was a pretty large portion.
See?
What are you talking about?
Well, I gave a huge piece of it to the cook. And then we had it for breakfast. Remember?
Yes, but we hunted the rhino to satiate Saria. Well, he's got
Yeah, but then
orcs
we ate the
he's got
meat and it
orcs
was a
and
lot of meat.
humans. He's got orcs and humans back there. Come on, we're not putting them on the same level to a rhino, are we?
Well, we were talking about gluttony.
Well,
They're just food to him in a way.
The rhino
and
had
they
life,
attacked them, so.
you know? It has every right to live, just like these people in courtyard.
Listen,
what is
I'm
different?
not
Really?
I'm not trying to argue with you about this. I think, like, there's nothing I can say to convince you. Like, you either know yourself that you're doing it, or you're not, and you're trying to, you know, lie to us.
You see his eyes narrow at you for a moment. There's a long pause, and then he says, "Okay, fine. I give you book if you give me scroll back, yes?"
Agreed. Slide the scroll out of my sleeve. Out of my sleeve, not my sleeve.
Yeah.
Sleed.
He stands and gets the book from the shelf, comes back, hands it to you, takes the scroll, and he says, "You know, if I was so vicious, I could have just killed you for stealing from me.
I'm aware.
Keep that in mind next time you put your hands where they are not welcome." I hope you enjoy this book.
I always intended to return it.
Of course you did.
As I do with this book, by the way, unless you are giving it to me. Like, I will return it one day, once I'm done with it. I have no need to carry hundreds and hundreds of books with me. Once I've read it, you can have it back.
I would prefer this, yes.
I want to read it too.
Take your time. This will not be last time we meet. So, you know, I have much work to do with Saria here. So keep hold of it for now. Enjoy the read. And, you know, from one friend to another. One understanding individual, yes?
Yes.
Good. Anyway,
do you mind if I clean it up a bit?
You can. Be careful, though. It is very old. And
I will channel a few mendings into it to try and...
yeah, it does help. You can't get it back to, like, pristine, but enough to where it won't break apart by reading it. And Crane says, "Okay, feel free to choose a room to sleep in. Do know that once you have chosen a resting place, I cannot enter your room, not without your permission, so, you know, no fear of biting in night, okay? But yes, feel free. I will be up all night, so..."
Is that like one of those superstitious things, like if we invite you in, you can come in and bite us in our sleep?
Well, yes,
Just
technically.
wondering. Yeah, just checking.
I may knock. If I want to discuss things, I may ask to enter. But I will not bite you. I promise.
Right. Of course. I opened the book and start reading.
Yeah.
Just want to add when Crane mentions like putting hands where they don't belong, Jade like makes a quick side glance at Kai.
Yeah.
I don't know if he notices it, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm
In
pretty
fact, when you
perceptive.
do, Crane does as well. Actually, only for like a second, but he does.
hold on, I need to roll a sleight of hand real quick.
You can
Make a
gather
perception
that
roll.
he's not too suspicious of you, Kai, but he just knows that you were unattended for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So he just gave you like a cautionary glance.
Yeah, you notice it.
But yeah, feel free to go about your business. It's fairly late at night at this stage, probably close to midnight. And Crane has given you freedom of the manor for the most part. So anything you want to do before you find a room and take rest? It's up to you.
I'll just check in with Saria. Like, so are you okay? Do you need help getting to a room?
I'm good. I think if you would all join me in the room that I'm gonna stop in tonight, I would like to redo introduction.
Sure, fine by me.
Very well.
Go ahead and find yourself a room.
Oh.
Get a room.
Not this room. In this one. Up here. Move to this location, and I'm upstairs.
Wait,
I
what?
can't move. Oh, no, I can.
There's a little wall.
No, there's a banister.
Yeah. Can't turn into mist yet.
No. Find a bedroom. Take this room.
Where did you go? I'm looking for you.
Oh. Yeah. No, I shut the door.
Oh, I found you. Slumber party, yay!
Did you guys go upstairs or not?
Yeah,
Yes,
we're
upstairs and down the hall. Here, I'll come out. This way. And to the left here. Okay, where the fuck you going? Get your ass in here.
But yeah, you brush a little bit of dust off the bed. Again, these rooms haven't had much use, if any, in a long time. But yeah, it's well furnished, fairly comfortable. And you have freedom to do as you wish.
Well, first thing I should say is it turns out that how my parents learned of how to do this room to me was this interaction we had here today.
Wait, how's that work?
My mother had a vision and saw the ritual that Crane was doing. Learn of it, and then my father, who's a runesmith, followed her instructions, and I guess this is where it's coming from. I trust you all a lot. So allow me to reintroduce myself. I am Saria Zavon, daughter of Harold and Sybil. Zavon.
Cool. Wait, so are both of your parents? Wait, you have. I think you've told me your dad's a giant, right?
Yeah. I would have told you my mother as well.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Sorry,
Ignore.
say your name one more time. Sorry, what?
Savon.
Savon.
Zavon.
Yeah.
Is it daughter of Harold and
Sybil.
Sybil. Yeah.
Sybil?
Harold.
Harold. Yeah.
Harold.
Yeah.
Got it.
Or at least that's the translation from giant.
Out of curiosity, does Saria look any different since this whole vampire awakening process thing?
Not in her normal form, but you know that whenever she's shown her vampiric features, they're more pronounced. Her eyes are brighter. You know, her teeth are a little longer. Yeah, that's mostly it that you can notice.
So spell your name, the last name, one more time.
I put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, you did. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. You can make a history check if you wish, Vargas. There's a chance you might have heard of that name.
So, if your mother had a vision about this moment and then enabled it to become this moment by seeing the vision and it, how's that work? Because if she never had the vision, then you wouldn't have had the rune, and then you wouldn't have come here. But you didn't have the rune, so then how did she know that you would come here? And my brain hurts.
Well, it's not necessarily tied to the rune. If anything, it's more tied to me going to the Hallowed Light, right?
Maybe.
Vargas, you haven't heard the name, unfortunately. But Saria, you from your talks with your mother, you know that she sees potential futures.
Yeah, I know.
And she can gently nudge certain futures to become reality. You know,
yeah.
by manipulating what happens, who does what, who knows what.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, she likely saw the ritual in the future, what's just happened, and then caused it to come into effect. To some degree, anyway.
Just to explain that loosely to the group. Again, like, she never tells, as I told Kai the other night, not once has she ever said any visions that she's had of me. Which, again, as I said to Kai, I'm very grateful for.
I see. So, how did the conversation with your dad go? Like, is he okay?
Yeah, he's doing all right. I asked him why, and he said it wasn't my price to pay. And that he loves me, and that he would do it over again without any hesitation. So
that's so cute.
So what happens now? You just guys go on living your life for, I don't know how long giants live, just with that rune on his chest.
Yeah, with me now knowing I can help mitigate it as well.
Oh, can you make me your familiar?
I wouldn't want to take it off him just because of I saw the adverse effects of it happening when it was taken off the familiar downstairs, and it's been on him for way longer. So I don't know. I can, from understanding the rune now, I can only have one familiar.
But what happens when the
Plus, you
rune
don't have
finally
any
does
blood,
go.
Jade.
What?
You don't have any blood.
Sure, I do.
You do?
I think so. When I get hurt, there's liquid.
Yeah, I suppose that is.
Also, I think this
blood.
necklace takes the color of your blood, so.
Indeed.
And it's
Sorry,
green,
Kai.
so.
I didn't mean to speak over you, Kai. What were you saying? Kai.
I forgot what I said.
You
That's okay.
were asking about, you know, what happens like from now for his father. Does he just live
yeah,
with the rune and, you know?
Yeah, because eventually something's gonna happen to the rune. Either something befalls you, right? What if you were to die, then the rune kind of just disappears? What happens to your father then?
Yeah, in fact, I'm curious, Sally. Like, do you want to relieve your father, or
I want to.
Interesting word choice, by the way. But...
Yeah. I fucking
pause?
hate it.
Pause.
Jesus Christ.
I want to push forward with the training with Crane so I can bring it under control. So that my father has less strain on him, for sure.
But you want to embrace the vampirism?
Embrace? I think it's more I want to take the curse in, control it, maybe make it mine instead of it making it mine instead of it making me it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Vargas like closes the book that he's been reading throughout this conversation, puts it to the side, and says, "Am I the only one who doesn't think that he's particularly trustworthy?" And then maybe,
No, I don't
get me
trust
wrong,
him,
he's taught you this, Salia, and we're grateful to him for that. However, I don't think you should see him as your mentor or anything like that. He's obviously been sating himself fully. Like, he's not for a long time. It's I think we have maybe not a duty, depends on the way we see it, but I think we should tell the hell of light about this. He is obviously not just using his familiar for sating himself. He's indulging and has been for a long time. I found a lot, and I mean a lot, of blood.
I will say that when he said that he has literally over the last 10 years he's only killed like 15 people, including the 9 in the courtyard, he was telling the truth.
Yes, but
how can you be sure?
His stockpile of blood, which is
but-
in the crates full, by the way, it says differently.
Well,
I'll say this as well for context, Vargas, for like roughly how much blood you saw. You gather that there was maybe 5 crates. Yeah, but yeah, we'll say 5 crates, and between all of them, you estimate there is probably about enough blood for maybe 3 bodies, like if they were completely drained. There's roughly that much blood stored in that room.
Okay, well, I'll reiterate that. I guess I over-exaggerated.
No, there's still a lot of blood. Like, you know, it's a lot of blood, but, you know, it's not ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? It's not like you walked into a warehouse.
Though? You know, I'm thinking, you know, like you're my mind. You're in my mind right now, and I'm thinking this, but I'm like, oh, am I sure though? I feel like, okay. Like I said, I guess I am the only one thinking this. Yeah.
I mean, again, I and I guess also Jade here. The fact, I get it. He shouldn't have been as brutal as he was with them, but man, when that fucking noble brat in the dungeon said that Jade should die, I almost wanted to just snap his neck there, just for the fact that she was a monster.
I agree, but come on. You've grown up a similar life to me. You know that humans are fucking jaded, and if they don't know, then they're scared. If they don't know about it, then they're scared. Like if me and my family were to just announce ourselves to the world, we'd be treated awful, so we hide amongst them.
Yeah, isn't that kind of fucked up, though?
Yes, but you also get to see the good in them. They aren't all bad. Yes, that one was very, again, jaded. He was very jaded, but is that his fault? Is it his dad's fault? Whose fault? You know, is it society's fault? Is it society?
Flumph says, well, Vargas, I'm not sure what you think, but he kind of reminds me of your father, in some ways.
That's what I was getting at the other day, you prick!
Yeah, I know, but I don't... Like, yes...
That is the way that Vargas treats him, though.
Your father is, like, very dangerous. He's killed a lot of people in his earlier years, just like Crane here. But
yeah,
your mother's kept him in check. Is this kind of like his familiar and
exactly? And you know how he's kept her in check. She's kept him in check.
Yes, but if people attacked your home and tried to kill you, he would murder them all. He would eat them in a heartbeat. I'm sure he would. If your life was in danger, someone he cared about, you or your mother, he wouldn't show mercy.
Coming into
he's almost psychotic, for God's sake.
Psychotic? Wow.
Some ways, yes. He is with me. When I have secrets from him, God.
He's like, please don't send me back tonight. Please don't send me back.
I'm more scared of your father than I am that vampire.
I understand.
Blood,
I do understand.
Like, what would you do, Vargas, if like people broke in and held me captive and, tried to kill you?
Oh no.
Sure you would defend me, kill them for me, save me.
Yeah, let them have a little bit of fun, but yeah, I would save you at the end.
Well, as long as you would eventually, I guess that's fine. But yes, you see my point, though,
I do see your point, but I do... What I'm saying is I don't think that it's just these fucking people.
Maybe you're right.
I think he's got more than that. Like, yes, I agreed. These people who came to attack him, yeah, he shouldn't have fucking drained them and fucking used them as food. He should have put them back on the street and showed the people this is what happens when you fuck with with the Lord or whatever. And
I feel like that could have been really bad too, though.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be way better now that we bring out the corpses all drained and of their blood. Yeah, that's going to be really good. It would have been better. It would have been better.
Corpses left.
Yeah, it would have. But my point is that at least would have given them some kind of fucking peace or knowledge or whatever. Yeah, it could have angered them more, but at the same time, I feel like it could have been explained as well. They attacked his home.
Maybe we should just ask Crane, like, who the vials of blood are from.
Well, that's the thing. I had to do a little bit of, sneaking around to find all those.
I have a feeling he knows, because, like, he looked at Kai too, and although I didn't see Kai anywhere he shouldn't have been, there were certain doors that were unlocked.
Where? Did you check the courtyard as well, Kai, or
the cellar?
Did you check elsewhere? What did you find down there?
I'm gonna just peek out the door real quick and just see if there's anyone nearby listening, because...
Yeah, give me a perception check.
And I'm going to try and focus more on the hearing than the sight here.
Sure.
Whether that makes a difference or not.
I'll give you a D4.
Okay. Oh, D4.
Guidance.
3. Nice. 18.
Well, you don't see anyone. You do hear a small sound at the far end of the corridor to the right. And in the far distance of that corridor, in the darkness, you see two little beady red eyes and the silhouette of a bat hanging from the ceiling.
I'm just going to say, maybe we should be careful just what we say here. But I definitely think something more is going on here. I don't trust that everything's out in the open. And I don't know if he's alone.
Of course he's not alone. He's got his familiar. And his wolves.
Everything seems quite nice.
Speaking of which, that fellow, what's his name? His past familiar is doing really bad out there. He is drinking
what
himself.
Was his name? Lager or something?
Yeah. What was his name?
Mulder, wasn't it?
Mulder, yes, Mulder. He's literally drinking himself to death.
You're so good at remembering stuff, Flump.
Well, I have to. I have to keep, watchful eye over Vargas here. If I was forgetful...
Maybe you should be worse at remembering stuff than you don't have to keep secrets.
If only. It would be bliss.
Will I have had a short rest at this point, by the way?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. How do I do this? Oh, wait, was that a long rest or was that a short rest? I don't know. Oh, shit.
It says Kai takes a short rest.
Okay.
Does Kai mention the bat? Or...
I said we should be careful about what we say in here.
Okay.
And I implied that people might be watching or listening. I don't necessarily say, "Hey, there's a bat at the end of the corridor," but
okay, sure. But yeah, you can close the door and kind of, get a bit of privacy if you wish.
Yeah.
It does not get your hint.
I mean, I wouldn't really go into too much, so. But one thing Kai will do, I don't know if you'll allow this, DM. But if I cast Silent Image on the wall, and I'm gonna try my best to recreate what I saw, so it almost looks like a doorway appears, like the with the slats, the planks, and then one of the planks moves away to the side to reveal what looks like a chamber with multiple coffins inside.
Yeah, it's quite blurred and very loose.
Yeah.
But it's enough shape that you can get the image across to the rest of them. That you saw a chamber filled with 8 different coffins, and 2 of them were empty.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think he's alone. Or he wasn't.
Maybe we should ask him?
Ask him what exactly.
I mean, to be fair, like I already spoke about me sneaking around, so if there is someone listening, he knows. So it might be better to just confront him about it and just be like, "Listen, we went against your wishes. We had a look around. Come clean, and let's just start fresh, eh?" But it would be under that agreement, eh? Because, like I said, I don't know if any of you feel any duty to the Hallowed Light, but personally, I do not.
I think they're cool.
Yes, but what I mean is, I am happy if we do not, indulge the information that I was just talking about to the Hallowed Light in exchange for, maybe not even in exchange, but so this guy trusts us a bit more.
And even if we don't trust him, I'm in the inkling of wanting to use him. Even he said that he was going to reach out and potentially find out who this fucking person is that's searching for me.
And
So
you're
that
happy with
alone-
him snooping into your past, into your life? You're happy with him finding out those details?
I mean, that I don't know anything about that side of my past. I was like 1 or 2 when I got sent away.
I do think that we, should just be careful.
I mean, the thing with the Hallowed Light.
Powerful.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to say that he is powerful, and that is in his current condition. I doubt if we piss him off, it's not going to end well for us.
Mm-hmm.
So
she doesn't have an expressive face, obviously, but you feel her eyes staring at the both of you, like, oh, we shouldn't piss him off.
Listen,
like, okay.
I was careful, all right. I was careful. I was really careful until I opened my mouth like 10 seconds ago. My God.
As you say this, there's a knock on the door. Doof, doof, doof.
Hello,
Who's
who is
there?
it?
It is Lord Crane.
Lord Crane, who?
No. Hello there. Can I borrow Zarya, please?
Sure. Sarah will just exit.
Thank you very much. Please come with me.
as Sarah's walking out the door, I'm just gonna grab her arm. I'm gonna say, "Are you sure about this?"
Just she'll whisper back. Keep an eye. If I'm not back within 5 minutes, come and look for me.
We will be longer than 5 minutes.
Maybe... What are we doing?
I need you to help me move some things. You seem to be very strong, and these things are quite heavy. So Thera is not well. I do not want to put any more tax on her for one night.
Fluff is really strong too. He should come with you.
Okay, sure. If he wishes to. I mean, you all can come if you wish, but I thought maybe you want to rest. And
no.
Sorry, here,
I'm pretty wide awake for some reason.
Okay, come with then.
Where are we going?
We go to basement.
Ooh.
Downstairs. Hey. Down. Cross. Up.
Any...
Oh. Kylan dummy. I couldn't move myself. Up.
Any mention of hey, all these doors are open.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't seem to teleport down.
There we go.
Oh,
Down.
Really?
I'm down.
If you're struggling, just put your
Oh yeah, height at 0.
put it to -5 or anything
Oh,
below
How do
0.
we do that again?
Click your token, and then on the left side of it,
right click.
should be a 10 or a 20.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm at -20 right now.
I don't see the other map though.
Let's see.
Wait, we should be -20 or
-5 is what I set myself to.
Try putting it to -20.
Ah, hello. Oh, I don't see the jail cells. No.
Oh, these jail cells that I am seeing for the second time.
Yeah.
I don't say that.
Sorry about this tight fit.
That's all good.
You struggling, Dave?
yeah, it's not working.
No worries. Let me.
Keeps giving me an error saying I'm colliding with shit.
Yeah,
It's boarded up over here.
It's because it's because I'm moving 2 tokens at once, probably. And it's...
You're okay, don't worry. I'll get you down there. Can you see the basement now? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Cool.
stuck at -65.
Could you move Flump down as well? Or do you want me to just
You can leave him there for now.
Just I'm gonna delete my token. Just drag me back on there.
Yeah, no worries.
Shit, my token's still there, even though I deleted it. Oh, I'm upstairs now.
Oh, just put yourself to -20 again. You should drop down.
Okay. Movement collides with at least one floor / ceiling. It's because I'm in the right room. Hold on, let me put.
No,
myself.
you go, Dora.
Oh, I think I landed in the wrong room.
No, you're all good. We're all moving into that room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Crane,
sorry, I went to Crane saying, "Oh, it's boarded up." Do you mind if I break?
That's okay. Break through. Yes.
Oh, here. Fun little thing. Jade just turns liquid and slips through the cracks. First.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, just schmack. 23 athletics to break for him.
Ooh, pretty lights.
Oh,
okay.
So I was wondering where your sleeping arrangement was.
Yes, this is where I sleep. During day. Do not worry. There is 8 of them, but they all empty. What? See? It cracks one open, shows you center. Says, "That is precaution in case someone tries to stake me in my sleep." They come down.
So
1 in 8 chance that they actually find me. And I wake up if they crack one that I am not in.
Is that why they sent 9 people upstairs?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know how they would know. But yes, it is a little trick. Something you can learn, Saria, if you ever start sleeping in coffin. But yes, I need to get these upstairs and, well, destroyed, ideally.
Why destroyed?
I have no use for them if I do not live here any longer, and I don't want...
I mean, then why do you need to move them?
Well, we can break them and then move them, but it is a big job, and, I want to be ready by tomorrow to leave.
But why can't they just stay down here?
Well, the hallowed light, I do not want to create more work for Thera.
What if I...
Sorry?
What if I want to keep them? As the future homeowner.
I mean, what use do you have for coffee?
They look cool.
I suppose they do, yes. if you really want to keep them, you can, but I don't know if you get this mansion, so...
And what about this one? And I'm going to gesture towards the other barred up door.
Which one?
We keep gesturing towards this door.
That is where we're going.
I'm up top here.
Oh, you're up here. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I always confuse you and Vargas because you look somewhat similar token-wise.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I said it. Okay. You're both white.
That is where we came from.
But these
you mean other door? That leads to where I pray. It leads. Yes. It has altar and place to worship. You know, I pray to Aurea from time to time. I show you when we go upstairs.
Okay.
How about this, Jade? If you get the thing, we'll get some new shinier coffins put in here. For the time being, and we'll just I'll help Crane take them up and destroy them.
Okay. Can we keep the fancy torches and the fountain, though?
Sure.
Yes.
I mean, it is fountain filled with blood. Not very pleasant for you, but...
I don't care. I don't mind.
Well, okay. We see. It depends if you keep mansion or not, but... Yes, if you all would... if you want to destroy coffin now and bring up in pieces, you can, or we can, carry it upstairs and...
Sorry, we'll
go
just pick
outside.
up one coffin in one hand and one in the other to start carrying.
Yeah, Crane will kind of help you, because they're quite heavy duty as well. Not easy to carry on your own. But yeah, he takes you all up.
I gave myself expertise in athletics from my father.
Yeah, but he takes up each of the coffins, and as he does with each of you, he's like, I hope that this is not too concerning for you. My sleeping arrangements.
Can Saria make an insight check on Crane for whether he overheard, and that's the reason why he came up to ask us to come down here?
Yeah, sure.
I would also like to do that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Would a large wolf be able to fit through the tunnels?
That would be a natural 20 for a 28.
Nice, yeah.
Well, I'm not going to do better than that unless I get a natural 20, but it's never going to be that. Oh, I did!
Oh my god!
Yeah, nice. Yeah, you can squeeze through with the wolf, sure.
Nice.
Just I'll allow it. But yeah, the both
could
of you.
Could I just be a bit more clear with my insight? Is that like I'm sort of like putting two and two together? Like he just heard us talking about maybe talking to the Hallowed Light, and now he wants to show us his shrine to Aurea, or is talking about that, and also other things. He's showing us his secret layers. So yeah, that's what I'm kind of looking into.
The both of you can tell that that it's very, very likely that he overheard enough of your conversation to know that you had concerns about what Kai has seen, and connections to the Hallowed Light, potentially what Vargas has seen with the blood. You're not sure about that one yet, but it's very possible. But you can tell that he's likely doing this to show you that there's nothing in the coffins.
Sarah will just nod to herself. She thought so.
Yeah. But he says, "Okay, smash away. We can break coffins. Have some fun."
Sure.
I'd love to see your shrine.
Okay, sure. Follow me. He heads up these stairs.
Why the change in tone all of a sudden?
I'm gonna say to him.
How do you mean?
Earlier on, you were very adamant that we not go through any of these extra doors, and now you're just freely showing us.
Before now, we did not have same trust, you know? You all questioning me and telling me I am too vicious and all these things. Now I feel like we understand each other, you know? I do not want to think that I am hiding things from you.
Okay.
If you have questions, I can answer.
No, it certainly goes a long way. You know, trust is not given freely.
Yes, and you know, I want to keep some things private, you know, like everybody does. But if it will make you distrusting of me, then I would rather just show you. So, you know, follow me to chapel. And you ask questions, I give answers, okay?
Hold on.
Dave has gotten pouty that he keeps saying, "Oh, you guys don't trust me." Well, she's like, "I fucking trust you. What the fuck?" And she's gone to hang with the wolves.
Yeah, he actually turns and sees Mulder like slouched against the well, just in like a pool of water. He goes over and checks his pulse. Puts 2 fingers on his throat and kind of leans in a little bit and kind of stands and puts his hands on his hips and looks at him. He says, give me a moment, please. He picks up Mulder and carries him in. He's pretty much unconscious. He's like groaning a little bit. And he carries him into one of these rooms and puts him in a bed.
I told him to slow down.
He needs electrolytes.
Yeah. Crane returns and he says, he will be okay.
Anyone have shocking grasp?
No.
Is that not like?
Wow.
Huh?
What?
I've got what's it called? Primal Savagery.
That's actually right.
Yep. Makes him go on a little trip, you know?
Natural supplements.
Yeah. But yeah, as you come to the front of the chapel, you see 3 of these wolves. One of them's just kind of pacing back and forth. One of them's guarding the chapel door, and one of them's guarding this little smaller chamber here. But Crane approaches the door, and his eyes flash red for a brief moment, and the wolf's eyes flash red as well. And then it just turns and moves over to the side and kind of leans against one of the walls, panting. Crane, his eyes return to normal, and he steps through the door. He says, this is my chapel, if you will. Place where I like to pray. As you come in, you do see in the rafters there are swarms of bats just hanging from the roof of the structure. You see an altar at the top here with a few kind of symbols of Aurea, like the main symbol of the hallowed light, which is a inverted sickle, a golden sickle held upside down, essentially, with a like star-like light pattern in the center of the sickle. There's a number of imageries of death and things like that, vial of blood, like some bones in like a small ritual circle, and 2 sets of steps that lead up to the roof of this building. He says, so anything you want to know? Any questions you have?
Was this built for you by the order, or did you build it yourself?
I requested it when they gave me this place. Mansion was pre-built, but did not have an altar or place that I can pray, so I requested this, and they made it for me.
Very nice.
I tried to take care of it, but it's covered in blood now.
Yeah, where did that come from?
From people who attack, they all scatter and try to run and hide in different places, and but I find them and make them pay.
Of course.
Anything else you want to know? Kai, do you not like my chapel?
It's a little rustic, but I like it.
Yes, I apologize for blood. I say this. Normally it is much more clean.
I'm gonna walk around and say, and this is a shrine to Aurelia?
Aurea, yes.
Aurea, sorry.
You can make prayer if you wish.
Can I do a quick investigation check just to see if this blood does seem relatively new?
Yeah, go ahead.
19.
Yeah, seems to be. It seems to line up roughly with the time frame that you've been given.
Okay.
Maybe like 4 days, 5 days old. No more than a week, put it that way. And it lines up with the timeline you were given for the attack. Kai, do you...
Yeah, I'm gonna approach the altar. What do I see on the altar? Is there anything that I could see that's distinct to Aurea? Maybe some type of like designs that I saw back in the Hallowed Light?
Yeah, there's the hanging golden sickle. It's like an emblem essentially of a golden sickle. It's not an actual physical weapon.
Is there a hammer too, by any chance?
No. But the symbol is an inverted sickle with a star-like light pattern in the center of it. Very distinctive. And then on the actual altar itself, there are a few bones, a few vials of blood, candles, like a pretty nice tapestry that's like laid over it with like depictions of blood and vampires and curses and things like that. Some symbols that you don't recognize and things, but yeah.
Kai's gonna approach the altar, and he's never typically been a religious person. But after his experience in the Hallowed Light and his uncertainty in this moment, he's gonna kneel, place his hand on the altar, and just call out Aurea. Just close his eyes and just focus. I'm gonna try and focus on that glowing image that I see in my mind from the Hallowed Light, like the light that was drawing me in.
Yeah.
And
what words do you say?
You
don't have to speak. You can say it in your mind if you wish. But what does Kai? What is Kai's prayer essentially?
Just I'm seeking guidance. I'm not sure what to do right now. Can I trust this? Can I trust this guy?
Yeah, sure.
And I'm just gonna open my mind to see if anything comes back to me.
Yeah. Your vision darkens at the corner of your eyes, almost like you're drifting off to sleep for a moment. And there is a brief flash of golden light that kind of almost burns your eyes in your retinas. But it's so quick that it's over before you realize what's happened. But you don't necessarily get the answer that you want, but you gain the knowledge that this vampire that you're in the presence of is under a very watchful eye from this god.
Mm-hmm.
As much as he watches you and you watch him, a god watches him and judges him every minute of every day. And as you're making this prayer, you feel a hand touch your shoulder, and you look up and a cold hand grip your shoulder, not too firmly, but enough that it pulls you out of this moment.
My vision immediately jolts up to it.
Yeah, you look up and you see Lord Crane with his hand on your shoulder. He says, "It was a good prayer. I am sure she heard you."
I'm sure she did too.
There's a small smile at the corner of his mouth. He says, "You are welcome to pray any time you wish, Kai. It is always nice to meet a fellow believer in our goddess of death."
Well, it's new to me, so I appreciate that, though.
She is kinder than you would think. She is kinder than you would think.
And Kai's just gonna stand up. He's not gonna look at Crane. He's just gonna keep looking down at the altar. And for the first time, I think in his life, he kind of feels like the presence of one of the gods.
Yeah.
Just even if it's just subtly.
Yeah, for sure. Crane kind of releases you as you
thank you.
Step up. Yeah. He says, "Okay then, so we break coffins now? Or do you want more questions?
I think my thirst for knowledge here is sated.
Okay, sure. I have a question for you, actually. Someone went into my storeroom. I see footprints and,
Into your storeroom?
Yes.
Downstairs in the basement?
Yes. Was it you, Kai? You disappeared for a while before.
I gotta look at him and try and read his face and just see if there's a knowing. He already knows this, right? It's just
he knows that one of you has gone in there, but he's not sure it was you. He's just curious.
Wait, I thought I went to I never went to the basement storeroom.
No, he's asking about the storeroom that you've been in.
Over here, this one.
Yeah. Oh, over here.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
right,
I said
that's what I'm saying. Sorry, go on, Kai.
Oh, I asked him. I said, "Oh, what do you mean down in the basement?"
No, near courtyard. I noticed all these things. I live here for many years. I know when,
That was me. I put my head down. I went in.
Why am I not surprised?
I'm sorry, mate. You point to something and say, "Oh, can't go in there. There's all this, blood around. All these suspicions in the air." I had to check, eh?
I understand, but it is my home.
I understand that if you'd had a bunch of kinky shit in there, I probably would have turned around and started blushing. But you did it. It was just a storeroom full of vials of blood, and it wasn't too much, to be honest. You know,
There is quite a
when I
bit,
found
but
it is, but
I
not
guess,
as much as I expected.
are you concerned? Do you think I am like hoarding this or taking it from people, or it is from Mulder?
That's definitely in the realm of possibilities, but yes, if you say
Hang
so.
on, Sarah will take insight check for it's from Mulder.
Yeah,
Just double make sure. That'll be a 20.
yeah. Your eyes kind of narrow on him, and judging by his tone of voice and everything, and he notices you looking at him like this, and he says, "Okay, most of it from Mulder. I take some from, people from in courtyard. It is for emergencies, when I need it."
Hold on, when I looked at those crates, could I have gained any insight on if they had been opened recently or actually tampered with? Are these fresh bottles? Are they dusty or?
Most of them were dusty. Some of them weren't.
Okay.
But he does say, yes, I take some, for future, if I need them.
Yeah, Sarah's just very much trying to keep him on the up and up because of all the mistrust. So she's just making sure.
He seems pretty straight up about it.
Yeah, and she gets taking vows and having stuff ready just in case.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, you know this, Saria. You understand the hunger now. Like, when it is overwhelming, you need something there that you can rely on. I don't always want to draw it from Mulder. It's painful for him. So I do it through leeches, and then I take the blood and I keep it for if I need it. And before you ask, yes, I have kept your blood as well. I wish to study it.
I figured as much. Exchange, right? You're going to do the information, but help me learn more about the curse, and you get to pursue your
Yes, exactly.
research.
Exactly, yes. I am glad you are on the same page as me, yes. And I hope I have alleviated some of your concerns. But anyway, let us go break coffins. Relieve some stress, yes?
Very well.
And I'll say you spend, maybe half an hour breaking up these coffins, and before long, you're all absolutely shattered. And Crane kind of gives you a low bow and thanks you for your help, and takes his leave from you for the night.
Vargas probably wouldn't have helped. He probably would have just been in the corner pointing at things and telling Flunk to help whilst he read the book. he's just continuously reading.
Cool.
It's Flub, hit harder.
Yeah. And yeah, you read a decent amount of the book. It's like I said before, it's a almost like a journal of a necromancer, and two of his companions, in fact, that journeyed far west, to as west as you can go in this world, essentially, and they came across a dying human that was essentially rotting from the inside. His skin was peeling off, and he was just... It says specifically that he was a creature of immeasurable suffering. And everywhere that he walked, death followed. Plants would die around him. Small creatures would drop dead as they scurried by, or birds that flew past him. and he couldn't understand why he had to suffer so much. And this necromancer eventually identified him as Zythrax, the god of death sealed inside a mortal body after the war of the gods, essentially, close to 2,000 years ago, when all of the gods essentially were sealed away by the god of dreams, Invidian, and essentially each of the gods was sealed into their respective planes, but the god of death was sealed inside the body of a mortal being, and eventually died off and became a lich. And this details how these three necromancers essentially guided him to realize who he was and transition him to become a lich. There are many sections missing, pages that are too damaged to read, or that are just missing entirely. But it is a harrowing tale of pain and suffering, of acceptance of evil, desire for power, a fall into corruption, and a transition into Zythrax's ultimate ambition, which was to purge all life, simply in spite of the gods that defied him. I'll say
Vargas he's not really affected by it.
Yeah,
like
sure.
he takes it all in, but he's not saddened by it.
Yeah.
He's more intrigued and interested.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's mostly what you get from your first reading, anyway.
That's an awesome bit of lore for the chat and shit. That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely. Also, I'll say one last bit as well. There's maybe one point that makes you squint, like squirm a little bit, and that was the page that details Zythrax's last day as a mortal before he became a lich, and it's essentially where his skin and bones were breaking down, causing him just immeasurable suffering and pain, and it just goes into graphic detail about every inch of his body as it deteriorates, and the screams that he let out, and the power that surfaced from that pain, and the drive for vengeance. It's like nothing you've ever read before. On that front, it is quite shocking to read.
Vargas definitely has a frown on his face, whilst he's reading. But the reason why I rolled the dice then was just to see if this was going to affect him, sort of mentally. And because I rolled a 20, I'm like, no,
you're all
absolutely
good.
not.
Yeah, like I say, it just causes you to kind of squirm a little bit at the page. It doesn't linger with you or anything. But yeah, for the time being, you all finish up for the night and take your long rest.
Actually, Jade's doing a couple of things.
Yeah, go ahead.
First of all, Jade's gonna talk to the wolves.
Yeah.
Just a quick hi, how are you?
What's
Who
it
are
like?
you?
I'm Jade. I'm Lord Crane's new best friend.
Stares at you.
So what's it like working for or being friends with Lord Crane for you? Hello?
Just stares at you.
You're no fun. She's gonna try and talk to the other wolves and see if she can get anything out of them.
One by
I
one.
assume not. Yep.
You have very similar interactions with each of them. As soon as you bring up Lord Crane, they don't speak to you.
Yeah. Boring.
Mate, give us
Whatever.
an insight. Give us an insight check.
Okay. $21.
Yeah. You can tell that they are fiercely loyal. So much so that they won't even dare to speak information to you that could be detrimental to their master. Even something as simple as, do you enjoy, being in his company, or how does he treat you, anything like that. You don't see fear in their eyes or anything, but just a fierce loyalty.
Okay. And then after that, Jade's gonna transform into something else. Transform into a small say a squirrel or something.
Sure.
I don't want to look through the tokens right now, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna transform into a squirrel and it's gonna go to the outside where the mob was to see what's happening over there. Like if there's still people this late and stuff like that.
There's actually like a makeshift camp being set up.
Oh.
You can tell that they're like gonna be here until he's either put in chains, killed, or banished in some form.
It's gonna do some snooping, just gather the general sentiment.
Yeah.
What they're saying and stuff.
Yeah. I'll say you sneak into a few of the kind of tents and things and listen to a few conversations. There are some people that are genuinely seeking justice, and they believe that, Crane has killed people unwarranted, and that he's a genuine danger. But there are also people just counting gold and discussing how much they've been paid for the day.
With the people who seem to want genuine justice, I'll try and sneakily sow some seeds I heard he was being attacked. And then just sneak away.
Oh shit, yeah. I'll say maybe one of them is like, where did that voice come from? Or something, but then there's another one that physically tries to chase you, thinking you're like, a vampire or something like that. You know what I mean?
Vampire squirrel.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. They're very on edge about stuff like that at the minute, I think. And yeah, you probably get chased out of one of the tents, but you quickly scatter off as a small squirrel in the dark.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I fuck around with that a bit, and then I come back and I'm gonna go to the garden house.
Yeah.
Actually, just the middle, like where the tree is.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to use an action to cast plant growth.
Oh, nice, cool.
So I'll still be in. Well, let's say I'm in squirrel form with the magic feature, and I chose plant growth. Why not?
Yeah.
And basically, I
Jade goes around as a squirrel and like hops around and scurries around and scurries up the tree. And wherever she goes, all these like the grass starts growing to like pretty big heights, you know, like halfway up, like basically to your side, just above your ass type shit for a normal human. And just kind of tries to revitalize the whole place a bit. It's 100 feet range, so
yeah, definitely, and you know, it spreads across most of the grounds of this place. It doesn't like make the place lush and, you know, vibrant
I know.
with plants, but like as you say, you know, some of the grass grows, some of the some
And the plants in the greenhouse definitely kind of look alive.
Yeah, sure. But you do notice as well at the base of the tree, you see a bunch of mushrooms sprout and a bunch of fungus begin to grow up the tree. You can tell that your druidic magic that is kind of fueled by the process of mutation and evolution to some degree is taken root in this land, and you know, even in just the corners of the courtyard and the edges of the building and stuff, you see the odd bit of fungus growing up the walls and things like that. But yeah,
and then to finish off the night, she's gonna go to the room with the big music instrument and choose that as her room.
Cool.
Oh no.
Oh shit, Crane's in here.
Yeah. As everyone's gone away for the night, he's in here just reading music essentially and composing without playing. He's writing new music and looking over old notes and things. But yeah, he kind of turns to you as you enter, and he just says, "Well, hello, Jade. I thought you would be sleeping by now."
Oh no, I did a lot of stuff. I think some of the people outside are now firm believers that you were attacked. You're welcome.
Oh, I am glad you believe me. I'm glad we came to an understanding.
Yeah. You mind if I sleep here?
You may. If you feel comfortable. Not many people do, but I do not mind.
Cool. Thank you. And she just puts two chairs like facing each other like a makeshift bed and then just lays down in there.
Cool. Yeah, you kind of fall asleep to him kind of humming a quiet tune on his breath. The rest of you all get your long rest. And feel free to update your sheets and everything, prepare your spells, all that good stuff. And then you find yourselves waking up the following morning with nothing too concerning going on.
Sarah will actually go to the front gate and see if there's still people camped out there.
There is, yeah.
You will. Walk by the gate. And then look at them all and then head in.
Cool. Crane enters the chamber.
Jade's sleeping in. She was up for too long.
Yeah. Crane kind of sits down and puts a finger to his lips and says, Jade is still sleeping. We should try and be quiet. Do not want to disturb her. How did you all sleep? Are you nice and rested?
I slept fairly well. I was quite drained, funnily enough.
Okay. I'm glad you are feeling better, Saria. As for today, I believe we should make preparations for my departure. I'm not sure how you want to get me out of here, but it may not be easy with the population being so adverse to me.
Or maybe it's just as simple as that. Go out there, we give them their dead, we explain to them what has happened, and also explain that you realize that you're in an antagonizing position and that you're going to leave. And yeah, for them to not harass you on the way out. With a little bit of persuasion, it could work. If not, well, we'll be there to, I suppose, to disperse the rabble. But I'm good, to be honest. I don't think any of these people out there deserve to die.
I agree. I am not worried about myself. I do not want to be forced into a position that I have to defend myself. And, that I do not want unnecessary bloodshed. I hope your optimism is well placed. I cannot say I feel the same. I know what these nobles are like. They do not give up easily. And, once they have an opinion about something, very hard to convince them otherwise. Especially when it involves their own. I would have liked for you to chase me out of here and get a reward for your efforts. But, we let the noble keep his tongue, so I guess that plan is a little... it won't work, so...
Yeah, well.
Jada walks into her room and yawns and says,
I think about it. I think he could have just written down. He could probably write. So we would have had to take his hands too.
I suggested this, but you all did not want me to maim him, so...
Well, of course not. I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking.
No, it is your loss. But anyway, I think if we are going to do this above board, then we should probably speak with Bastion. Perhaps he can make an appearance, keep the nobles from doing anything stupid, maybe escort us to the front gate of the city. Not many people will question him to that degree, I think.
I mean, we've also got Thera with us, who's part of the Hallowed Light,
Yes, but they probably think she is, like, my friend or something, They won't attack her because, Hallowed Light, but they will demand justice, and, it would not surprise me if they try and attack me, so... maybe with Thera here and Bastian, we can keep them at bay and just walk through the city and leave.
Are we opposed to doing it the quiet way? Sneaking
I
out of
mean,
I don't
here
mind
from
either
nightfall?
way.
I could just sneak out and transform into bat and fly away. But then, they may try to hunt me down, they may think that I'm coming back. It creates more problems in future, especially for the city. And,
At least
And
with
any
that.
future homeowners.
yes, I don't like leaving loose ends,
Mm.
And, I have some respect for Bastian. He allowed me to live here for many years, so I do not want to leave on bad blood.
That's fair. Where do we go find Bastian? Where would he be?
No, you will find him in the fort, the northern side of city. You would have seen it when you came through. He leads
Oh,
the
that's what that was.
militia, the city guard. He kind of runs the city to some extent. At least it's law.
So you want us to go there and get him? Come here?
If he is willing, or, if he can just send more guards to escort us, maybe? I don't know. See what he thinks, But I would go myself, but it is kind of difficult. I do not want to see. I don't want people to see me sneaking out, and maybe they may think I am up to no good.
Sounds good to me. I'm down.
Yeah, maybe a couple of us could head over there and see if we can get more guards or Bastion himself to come over and disperse and escort us to Crawler.
Oh, you have Crawler. That is great news. We travel very fast.
We have two Crawlers.
Oh, wow. Perhaps you are,
Do you want to buy a crawler?
No, I'm okay.
Damn
But,
it.
I'm surprised that you own these things. They are quite expensive.
Well,
One is rented,
yeah, and the
Ah.
other
and the shitty
is,
one is taken from a bandit camp.
bandits who try to attack us on the road.
Ah, so you do know what it is like to be attacked and to defend yourselves.
Yeah, and then we went to exterminate the camp.
Yeah. Guess we do have shared experiences then.
But we didn't mutilate the corpses.
Yeah, this and that, apples and oranges, whatever.
I mean, the bullet did.
Crow. Cross lost his upper torso.
Sounds very graphic and violent.
He killed me, almost.
Well, I am glad you are okay, Jade.
Oh, thanks. I'm glad I'm okay too.
But yes, I will wait here for you. And once we leave city, maybe I spend some more time with you, Saria, and maybe teach you a little more of your ability. Dive a little deeper into your vampirism.
Well, considering that we'll probably be heading back to the war room, we'll have to pass through Nemessa, and you said that's where you want to be hiding out anyway, right? So
yes, I could go to Wargrim, but War Chief is not very fond of me.
yeah, she's not. Yeah, I would imagine not.
Yes, But anyway, yes, I have hideout in the Mesa. I stay there for a little while and then probably leave to go find some answers for you, Saria.
I mean, if it's okay with the rest of the group, you can just come along on the crawler because we're going to have to pass through the Mesa anyway. And that way you can potentially teach me a couple more things while we're on the road.
Yes, sounds great. Anyway, when you're ready to leave, head through city and, seek an audience with Bastian. If you would like, Sarah can go with you, but I think you'll be okay on your own. Word has spread, no doubt, of your involvement. I'm sure Bastian has his questions.
I will say anyone with a passive perception higher than 15 would have noticed Jade, like when Lord Crane said, like, oh, maybe we can spend some more time together, Jade looked like a puppy, like, oh yeah, and then he said sorry. And she's like, oh man. Fuck.
Yeah.
I do have a question. I know we're all friends now and forgive. There's still slight niggling in the back of my mind. What happens when you leave this place? What happens to the spells that are keeping some of your nature at bay?
Well, for a time I won't have a permanent home. Hallowed Light will find one for me eventually. This place will be either condemned, demolished, resold, perhaps. Gifted, maybe.
I'm not really interested in what happens to this place. I'm interested in what happens to... Well...
To me? You worried about me, Val?
The protections. I'm worried about all of us, eh? I hear that these spells do suppress your ability to charm.
Yeah, so only while active, and they only been active since the attack. I have lived there for many years and could charm people, but I choose not to.
Right, okay. I may have missed that bit at some point.
Yes, the hallowed spell is not always active. It is like security measures, so that when incident happens, I do not flee, and Hallowed Light can find out what happened.
Right. I misunderstood that. Okay.
Yes, but if I am to leave, and if they want to repurpose it, the Hallow spell will be dispelled. And when I find new home, they will likely place it there again. Maybe they, trust me. Maybe not, we'll see. But, it is likely. Hallowed Light likes to, keep a watchful eye on, people like me.
All right then.
Okay, I will wait here for your return.
Very well. So are we going to
I think maybe
go off and
this would be a good spot to end it, seeing as
Yeah,
what said in chat.
Yeah. So I'll say as you all begin to leave and kind of exit through the gate and through the crowd that is being held back by city guards, exiting back into the city, into the bright sunlight and blistering heat of the Chain Coast and the large active city of Archlink, heading over to have an audience with this Bastian, this leader of the militia of the city. We'll wrap up there for the day.
Good session. Juicy.
Sorry guys, I didn't mean to force
No, you're all
good.
good. You're all good. We got plenty in.
But that was so good.
Yeah. Lots of lore.
We only ended like 20 minutes early. Like, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all good. Yeah, we can. If you want to drop out, Kai, feel free. You know, the rest of us can sit and chat a little bit if we've still got a bit of time. I'm happy to have a bit of a chat.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump out, but I want to talk with you guys soon about this episode because it was great. But I gotta go for now.
Yeah, no
Right,
worries, man.
yeah.
I can always
Stay
play
easy.
on the
guys.
Discord. A good one. I swear to God,
Officially,
Ozzy wanting to end. I'm kidding.
well, I officially now pop up on spells that detect undead.
Hey.
Yeah.
And you can be turned.
Yeah, I no longer age.
Yeah.
Also,
Also,
Yeah, I
you're
mean, you
60.
Feel free to put those features in the chat if you want as well. If you want to share them, it's up to you.
oh sure, I don't mind. How do I do that? I just click on them, right?
Just click on them. Yeah.
Like, oh, how long has that? I thought you were gonna say like, oh shit, it's been on my dad for like 20 years, and then you came with that 60. I'm like, what the fuck? You're 60?
I'm like 68. I think I'm an L.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Now you're always gonna look like a young lass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Pretty fun game.
That was great.
What'd you say, Dave?
So that was great.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nice
That's
one.
in chat. What's the other one? This one.
Yeah, lots of lore, lots of interplay. I mean, Grain's being very open. He's like, okay, some of you guys don't trust me. I mean, he said all of you, which Jade took to heart, but okay.
I mean, for one, he gets a lot out of It's definitely an exchange. He gets to fuck around with my blood and stuff, which is.
Oh no, for sure. But like he's like, yeah, okay, here, coffins, blood vials. What do you want to know?
Yeah. Well, he, you know, one, he likely overheard some of you talking about some of that, and two, he's hyper aware of his own home. So when he's like, okay, they've all gone to bed, let me check and see where they've wandered, and then he's found things that are misplaced, or you know, like the scroll,
supposed to be locked,
like the spell scroll, or the doors that are unlocked, or the footprints, or whatever it might be. You know, he knows that you're doing it because you have concerns. So, and he knows it doesn't benefit him if he, like, you know, gets angry at you or something like that. You know, it benefits him more if he's just open and you know, honest with you for as much as he feels he can, you know. But yeah, you're right. He you know, he stands to gain quite a bit from this relationship that he has with Saria, this agreement, and so does Saria. So it's you know, it's a two-way street for him and for her.
Mutually beneficial.
And like, she maybe not would have done it. There's two factors: the fact that her mother saw this and nudged it this way, and the fact that Isaac recommended it as well. So it's like from two separate entities.
Yeah, for sure.
And she trusts her mother a lot, so. Got a lot more about my family. Your family got the fucking surname.
Yeah,
It's a big one. Like, if you consider
the one you forgot.
No, I knew the surname. Their first name.
Oh, you forgot the first names. That makes it so much better.
Yeah, and that's only because I chose the names.
Yeah, and we hadn't spoken about him forever.
Yeah. I generally like for you to choose the names because it makes it easier for you to remember them. But
clearly that doesn't help.
But yeah, but for these giants, I wanted to at least do the surname. I mean, at least do the
Yeah, I did the surname.
Yeah.
Because Scott said I wasn't allowed to.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed. Yeah, I have to have one. Apparently, it was the.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
after your first character, Dathan, not having a surname forever.
Yeah.
I definitely wanted one this time around. Yeah.
If you
These
consider
vampiric
that
features
she.
are pretty fun as well, aren't they? I don't know if you
Yeah.
had a chance to read through all of them.
I've read through all of them. Yeah, they're pretty juicy. Yeah, no, she was. If you consider that session 6 when we divulged the secrets and that she kept her surname secret because of yeah, no, the whole giant stuff and wanting to protect her parents was very big. So.
Giants are very big, yeah.
I mean, there's always a chance that someone knows the name, you know. You know, I won't say any more than that, but yeah, some interesting stuff. No. I like the whole
Or the Kai
reveal of
sneaking
the.
around.
Oh yeah, that was fun. But I like the whole reveal of Saria having had a continual supply, unknowing supply of giant's blood for almost her whole life, and that's how she kind of taps into those abilities and things like that.
Sure.
I think that's really cool.
Yeah, sick.
And just to alleviate any concern that you might have, Rhea, if at any point the connection between you and your father, this vampiric familiar, if that mark is ever removed, it won't stop you from gaining further giant-like abilities, from your subclass or anything. I'm not going to stonewall you on that in the future, so don't worry about that. A reason that you've had like 60 years of fucking
permanently
blood,
infused into me.
Yeah. Your blood is just as much giant at this stage as it is undead or human or elf, I should
rather.
say. Yeah.
I mean, it's had more giant blood than it has elf blood, so.
Yeah.
Jelf.
Yeah. Not all those moments when you felt bloodthirsty and the rune flared up, now you know that it was
that had a minor heart attack.
Yeah, your father was kind of helping you in all those moments and kind of recontextualizes it a bit.
Yeah, now she can talk to her papa whenever she wants, which is great. When Jade was like, "Oh, can I be your familiar?" I was like, "No, I like being able to have the conversation."
Yeah, I mean, in Jade's mind, it was like, shit, your dad must, like fucking 60 years. You're only supposed to do 10 years. Can I take over? I don't want him to suffer.
I'll see what happens, There might be a chance that you can, remove it safely. Or, who knows, it might be forced, to be removed at some point, or you might just choose to rip the band-aid off and see what happens. All depends on.
Loud giant vampire would be pretty cool.
Yeah. We will see. Yeah, loads of juicy stuff.
Yeah. Dave finally got to read the book.
Yeah. A little bit of a truce
Indeed.
with Crane.
Jade was trying to get that book.
Lots of Zyphrax lore, which is cool.
Yeah, for sure. We'll get more of it as we play, and a lot more lore from campaign 1 and things revealed as we go.
It's probably gonna ask you for that book later on when you're finished with it.
He probably wouldn't have given it you if you didn't kind of get on his side a little bit, Vargas.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't at a certain point. I wasn't going to be too confrontational about it because at the end of the day, like he'd already made the pact with Farah. She'd already accepted that. Like the Hallowed Light, he seems to be, somewhat, abiding to it and to the rules that have been set for him, somewhat. But yeah, but it's like but like to Vargas, he just thinks that we are still seeing him at
Yeah,
full
like he's got
capacity.
like a face on, kind of a thing. That's
Yeah, and he's like
Yeah, yeah.
he's fully he's not thirsty or hungry at all at the moment. He's got everything he needs.
Yeah, for sure. Who knows what he's like when the hunger takes him.
But I guess we might find out since he might
Maybe.
be coming with us for a little bit.
Yeah,
Farah will be
entirely
with
possible.
us as well, though, right?
Well, we'll see. She
True.
may accompany you for some of the journey or most of it. It depends. She might have a lot to do with
With the house.
yeah, with the home and everything. But we'll see. I'll figure that out for next game.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
our house in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
It's gonna for that house. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's a mansion. It's not gifted easily.
I mean, we did such a big favor for the Hallowed Light,
They just like the shinies.
Yeah, I mean, they see it as they're doing you a favor as well, or Saria in particular. And they did give you a pretty rare enough magic item as well for completing your escort quest. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I'm excited though. I think we'll play next week, but then we'll probably have to skip the week after because I'm going to be working all week.
Okay, sounds good.
That's fine.
So yeah.
Oh shit! I get to add necrotic resistance as well.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for you to get some more of these vampiric features and get to play with them a bit and stuff, and we can discuss some stuff.
I'm excited for you to get hit with a circle of death.
Yeah. I mean, my first iteration of the bloodletting ritual was that you had to die, and then be brought back. But I thought you wouldn't go for that, so I thought I'd lighten it up a bit.
Oh, speaking of that, Scott, is it normal that I don't have Revivify on my sheet?
I'll look into that. You probably should. I think.
Yeah, Dread gets it.
Yeah, because I don't have any resurrection spells right now, so
I'm pretty sure Devan was using it enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
On who?
I wonder. Mister has a at the end of last campaign DC of 19 res check.
Was it DC 19 or 20?
It was 19.
It is 19, I think.
Yeah, I remember exactly. But it was like, this motherfucker dies again. I need to roll a natural 20 on 19.
Yeah. How many times did Dicer die? I can't remember now.
Like 3 or something?
4, maybe? I can't
3.
remember.
I think it was 3.
And then we did like the ritual to bring back Aaron, and then it got bumped up there
by like 5 or something.
Yeah. And for people watching, Dicer was Keanu's first character.
My main character, yeah. Campaign 1.
He was a wizard tabaxi.
Blade singer, eventually. First chronomancy.
Yeah. He's currently the last living member of the original group, campaign 1.
The Ashen Storm.
Yeah. And hopefully we'll find him somewhere in this campaign, but we'll see.
Oh, I thought I was getting shade there for a second. I was like, hopefully they'll find a name for their group, this group soon, you know?
Oh, well, yeah, that too. Yeah, you do need to think about that a little bit.
Yeah, I
So-
mentioned it just before the session earlier because I looked at the Discord and saw that we were in the channel, like Eyes of Aaron. Like, oh, right.
Yeah.
Group name.
Mhm.
Uh,
But yeah, I think
about morally gay.
Again.
Jesus.
uh,
But yeah, we'll you know, we'll hopefully get a bit more lore out soon as well. I might just do a deep dive video at some point.
hell yeah.
Maybe not for a little while. I kind of like the
Gentle trickle.
yeah, for the minute anyway.
Mhm.
Probably throw a few more books Vargas's way and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll see how we go. Still lots left to do, lots left to find and experience and explore. And yeah, I think we'll probably wrap up there. I think for now. So yeah,
Sounds good.
Thanks for playing, and thanks to everyone watching.
Thanks for
Thanks
DMing.
for the support. Check out the
Oh,
YouTube
yeah, it was
channel.
sick.
Drop us a follow, drop us a subscription on the YouTube channel if you don't mind. Check out the old videos, and we will be back next week. So yeah, thanks again. We'll see you all soon.
See ya.
Good night.
Take it easy.